Slayer!
Hey, folks, it's Friday night. It's 9:40 and it's time to party. So we had some technical issues with our guest and patron, Trent. And Trent's going to join us in just a moment. But instead of making everyone in the chat wait, we thought we'd talk to you guys before we start the movie. Give you plenty of time to get your timestamp set to 0 and all kinds of stuff like that. It's been a crazy, 24 hours for the channel. We've had all kinds of stuff go down. And now we're back to talk about American Psycho.
Fuck yeah. Dude, I was listening to the Misfits song after I left work to get pumped up. They've got a song called American Psycho. It's essentially about American Psycho. The book, obviously, because the movie hadn't come out yet.
Gotcha.
So in Wall Street, mine a psycho lurks. Lines of cocaine cut in hell. And that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to get flagged.
Deal. I'm glad you have our best interest at heart, Kendo. So while we wait for Trent, what do you guys want to talk about?
Slayer!
Yeah, how was Slayer? Somebody out there.
Dude, Slayer was a lot of fun. It really was. I was completely sober as a bird the whole time. I fucking just drank water and shit because it's like a 45-minute to an hour drive home, and I have my buddy with me, and I didn't want to end up like that guy that I sent you the pictures of.
Yeah, like he was like puking.
Oh shit! Dude, yeah. So there was a couple of people that went way too hard in the paint last night, and a couple of people is probably a misnomer because there was thousands of people there. It was a farewell tour. There were some pretty big names on the card, but earlier in the day, okay, so there was 5 bands that played. The first one was called Napalm Death. They're from Birmingham, England, which I was like, oh hey, I've been there a lot. And I was, semi-dorked out for it, but they were okay. And then Testament played. And about that time, this fucking kid who looked like he'd been whipping himself in the back because he had all these cut marks on him. I'm assuming from and air quoting, mosh pit that was going on because it was really just a bunch of kids like dancing around in like a circle skipping. There was like no haymakers being thrown. There was no fucking violence. It was not a mosh pit. But he was like fucking down from the count. We kept watching him, and eventually he was laying there throwing up, and he got up. But hey, to his credit, he was down several times, but he always went back in. And then Anthrax played. They were cool. It was classic Anthrax, Married with Children Anthrax, Jeff. Joey Belladonna and the whole crew.
So when Kelly Bundy was still hot, okay.
Yes, when she still hit her boobs.
Oh, ouch.
Well, breast cancer is a terrible thing, and I'm just bringing awareness because it's almost Pink Month in a couple of months.
And
it's October. October.
Yes.
Yeah.
October is also inventory time at Statler Toyota.
That's true.
And, it's also Halloween, just so everybody, kind of keeps that in mind too. And your birthday.
Quick, we have 2 super chats already. Land of Calrissian. Phil Collins gets my vajayjay so hard.
I think he's got his pieces confused, but all right.
It's Lando. Just let it go, man.
True.
Just let it go, man. He'll fuck anything with a hole, so it's okay.
Yeah, animal, vegetable, or mineral.
Preferably sentient robot, but whatever.
All right, Veronica from Clerks. Or no, yeah, it's Dante that said that.
Yeah.
Grendel Fan 84, welcome back. Good evening from Comics Elite in Boston. Just met CB Cebulski, and he loves our store variant of the Fantastic Four. Was that the one I saw it? I think I saw it on Facebook because I follow you guys. Was it the painted cover? I know I've seen a couple Fantastic Four covers floating around on Facebook. I'm pretty sure I saw your guys. So, folks, check out the Comics Elite variant cover. And Grendel Fan, say hey to some famous artists for me. And I'll be seeing you in Indianapolis in 2 weeks from tonight, man. We will be at Horror.
And I'll be seeing you in the parking lot, shooter.
The other night when we were watching The Spy Who Loved Me, that's all I could think about.
Oh, dude, same here. Like, I wanted to make so many fucking Mr. Larson references. Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit? But that's not Mr. Larson. God, that was the greatest fucking movie of the 21st century.
You're right, dude. By the way, that is Dustin's favorite line.
It's also sold 1.1 billion, cassettes Nintendo when it first came. When it first came out on videotape, it sold 1.1 billion copies.
Well, no, it also sold I think 1.1 billion Betamax tapes as well.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on the Laserdisc numbers.
Whew, man, those are ridiculous.
Logan Michael 69 says, when I try to buy the movie, it crashes my TV. By the way, Logan Michael, if you have Amazon streaming, this is on Amazon Prime right now. So If anyone wants to watch it with us and you don't have a physical copy, it is available.
Either get on Amazon Prime or text message or message somebody who's going to let you borrow the login.
Yeah.
Well,
or
Logan Michael
they're not going to let you borrow it, just tell them to give it to you, or you'll kill them. No, don't do that.
There you go.
Don't do that.
It's the night of technical difficulties. I had a Wi-Fi problem, but I'm back. And welcome to everyone that showed up. How's it going, guys?
Did you play Huey Lewis in the news and like everything kind of worked out?
Yeah, and I had to jump over some Phil Collins, and it really accentuated the situation. But I'm glad everyone's showed up. It's a great movie we're watching tonight. All I gotta say is, Christy, get on your knees so Serena can see your muff.
Speaking of that muff button, we got to pound the muff. Isn't that what we agreed upon on the Facebook page, guys? So pound the muff, hit the like button, and let's get ready to roll in just a few moments.
That's right, you fucking pieces of bitch trash.
Oh, fuck, I love this movie so much.
So good. Don't just stare at it.
Good.
Eat it.
Right. It's gonna be so much fun. I fucking love this movie. The book's better, but God, I fucking love this movie.
Now you'll need to tell me some differences.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I can get a few out of the way right now while we're waiting, just like not actual movie related differences. Like about how in the book it goes way more fucking into detail about what people are wearing.
Oh,
kind of like
God,
My
yes.
Immortal. And but not as retarded. And then it goes way more into detail in like the vulgarities of like just the horrible shit that he's doing to people and the sex scenes. There's also way more fucking in the book.
Oh, okay.
It's like a smut novel. If you highlighted the fuck scenes, half the book will be glowing.
We're getting a bunch of super chats rolling in before we start. This Grendel fan, thank you very much. That was the Arthur Adams swipe of the new Fantastic Four. Apparently, Greg Land and Donnie Coates want to do a series based on our cover. Oh, with Grey Hulk, was that what I saw? I know I saw that today. I've been on Facebook quite a bit because I had to wait to get my car worked on. So you know how shit goes. Kalen the Alien says Christian Bale is the Joker. Nick is my celeb crush.
Oh, finally I got one. I finally got one.
Yeah,
that's
good.
Good.
Make you feel special?
It does. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Well, you are fuzzy on the outside.
That's true.
God damn it, Jeff.
That's the truth.
So Bale is the Joker. If he wasn't Batman, maybe. But after being in The Dark Knight for 3 movies, I'm sorry, I can't see it.
Yeah, we'll talk about his performance as Batman because a lot of people say that this role here got him that role. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, last night after Anthrax was done, Lamb of God played. They had some really fucking awesome heavy riffs, but their singer did sound like Batman. I couldn't tell what the fuck he was saying, and it sounded like a gravel truck overturning on the highway. It was just like, where's the Joker? I'm like, okay. Where's Slayer?
Coming with our new single, We're
He did call us motherfuckers a lot, though. So I'll give him that.
Wait, Samuel L. Jackson showed up? God damn, that's awesome.
Essentially, he was a white guy with dreads from like fucking Virginia.
Always Virginian dreads every fucking time.
Always
I swear to
fucking
God.
Virginia.
God damn it.
I should have went backstage and told him he was culturally appropriating black people, but I didn't feel like Slayer was about to come on.
By the way,
you
folks,
can't have white.
we don't have the 200 viewer rule on the live streams. We're just I'm going to read these super chats and then we're going to start the movie. So they keep rolling in. Thank you guys very much because I saw somebody talking about EVS getting his videos demonetized. I uploaded a Star Wars toy video with nothing controversial in it, and it got demonetized before it even went live. So YouTube is definitely messing with us.
They hate us.
Jeremy.
Wait, Jeff, the toy graveyard video?
Yep.
What in the hell?
There's nothing offensive about it.
I don't get. Jesus, the only offensive is the fucking figures they're making the characters represent. That's about it, man.
Yeah.
Jeez,
we're getting some false flaggers on our channel.
Yeah, it's insane, man. It's really fucking crazy.
We'll carry on. Trust me. Mareth Dialine, probably just based on Mareth Dialine's support alone, the channel will survive. So thank you very much, Mareth Dialine.
Thanks, buddy.
Once ate a very big pie. Was fatty, I'm not gonna lie. My wife told me stop. or I fear you might drop. I said, take it. I dare you to try. A limerick for EVS.
I got a limerick. There once was a man from Nantucket.
And thank you.
I forgot the rest of it. I don't remember how it goes.
I bet you don't.
Midnight Cherry TV. Thought I was going to miss this. It's their favorite book. Oh, we always
It's a fucking great book.
It is. I'm on chapter 4. I got some power reading to do.
Yeah, it drags in spots, like when he's doing the monologues about fucking music and shit in the movie, and it lasts a couple minutes. Those are like actual dedicated chapters. The Whitney Houston chapter, I've read the book like 3 times. The Whitney Houston chapter is the only chapter I've ever just skipped because it's like 10 pages about Whitney Houston, and I don't fucking care that much about Whitney Houston. All I know is
Whitney Houston. Jesus.
All I know is the bitch was worth like 60 something points in the Deadpool a few years ago.
But she wants to dance with somebody.
Not anymore.
Kendo, she wasn't worth much to Bobby Brown either, apparently.
Apparently not. And then her damn kid cost me the title a couple years later.
Jeez.
You know, you finish runner-up 3 years in a row after winning it. You get kind of butthurt, especially when you're losing to shit like that. But then I won it last year, and everything's better.
I bet it is.
All's right with the world.
That's right.
Now, I don't know if I missed it, guys, with all my technical difficulties, but did we discuss how everyone got into this movie to begin with?
No,
First
we were
watch
waiting for you to do all that stuff. We just wanted to go live so people
dude,
didn't
you were
have
the one
to wait.
fucking things up.
Yeah, the 6 bullshitter fucking it up. God damn it. Wasn't Porkins Red 6? Probably was.
All I know is Luke was Red 5. That's all I can think
right.
off the top of my head. I'm trying to.
Porkins was
Spacey
beef
today.
brisket 6.
Beef brisket 6.
Please don't talk about food because that sounds delicious right now.
Yes, it does. It
You know, he
really
was
does.
he
No,
was
Porkins.
he was McRib 3.
Dude.
Diabetes 5.
I didn't know Phil was installed.
Peg leg 1. That's who he was. Peg leg 1.
Jeremy Peerboom. I saw this film in theaters when I worked at 1 in 99. My favorite amount, my close friends and I. It's my favorite of a close friend of mine. Sorry, let me reread that one because I missed that all.
All right, drinking, Jeff.
Yeah, sorry. I
Okay.
saw this film in
Me too.
theaters when I worked at 1 in 99. It's a favorite amount, my close friends and I. That's what it says. So I think you meant to say it's a favorite of my friends and I, or mine. So it's cool, Jeremy Peerboom. I'll make sure I front you a couple beers at the convention.
My first time watching this was okay. Remember that? What was it? I Love the 2000s. It was like a VH1 show.
I remember that.
Yeah, I think I caught the 2000 episode and they mentioned this movie. And it's like, oh, this looks interesting. Didn't see it until like 3 months later. And I think I caught like on IFC like at 3 a.m. And I just was so into it. It was so unique. Something I hadn't really seen before. Was not much of a horror fan at the time. And it's really more of a comedy to me. I know it might sound dark, but hey, fuck it. There's some funny parts in this movie.
The whole movie's funny to
And-
me.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? I just loved the movie. And I will say one thing, because I know, Jeff, you're really, I think all of you are actually really into taking care of yourselves now, getting in shape, working out. After seeing this movie, I see it. A week later, I have a bad breakup. And it's like, you know what? I might take some Bateman advice and start getting into shape. And I'll say I dropped like 50 pounds since then. So
Oh,
thanks,
nice.
Pat.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Do it every day.
just between us, I have one of those boxes of that facial scrub shit he uses right next to me. I've never opened it up, but I got one of those peels. I was like, if Patrick Bateman has it, that's good enough for me. So whatever.
Okay. I will admit. Here's another thing, Jeff. I do. Okay, my body wash. It's the one he uses in the movie. It is the one.
Fine. I have an exfoliating like wand in my bathroom. Are you happy now? Are you happy?
It's
I have
all-
none of that stuff because I'm not a bitch.
Hey, Kendo. I do also own a chainsaw,
So do
but
I.
not for the reason he uses them. But I do have a chainsaw. It's very nice. It's a steel.
Do you
Yeah,
do you run
I've got
around
one of those as well.
in some Converse naked with it?
Doesn't happen in the book. But that
I
is
have
because
not
I haven't
yet.
read the book.
that is seriously though like my favorite scene. Just the image of a dude covered in blood with bright white fucking shoes running through a hallway with a chainsaw. Like, dude,
In
that's
daylight.
awesome.
In daylight.
Yeah.
That poor hooker. We'll talk about her in a moment. Let me read these few super chats and we'll get this thing started. So Meret the Aline, damn straight you'll survive. Yes, based on you alone, my friend. Let's see. This damn computer's been messing up on me. Droid Lives Matter sent in $1. Thank you very much. Red 2 was Wedge. Red 3 was Biggs. Thank you, Jason Bourne. What am I drinking? I'm having more Yingling and Crown Royal because those are my 2 favorite things. And Kalen the Alien asked, "What's everyone's poison tonight?" Water for me.
Yeah, same here.
I have a J&B and a Corona because
I'm not drinking until the thing tomorrow night. I can't count. Are you way ahead of everybody?
Parking lots were meant. Damn right they were. Maybe on a Patreon episode, I'll talk about what I did in the parking lot at my cousin's wedding.
Oh God,
but that's tight.
Oh, or Jeff, you just messaged me that information off air.
Yeah, when you did that, I'll talk about what I did in the parking lot of the fucking Highland Library one night.
I can even tell the story about what I did to Dion's sister in the hallway, but that's a story for another night.
Wow. Dion, where is our little pony?
He's in DC. He's busy.
You just call him our little pony? Oh my God.
Well, I was gonna tell Dion the story the first time I met a horse, and I think I was 4 or 5 years old. I'm on Mackinac Island, and anyone that knows state of Michigan or been to Mackinac knows it's big Clydesdales, and those are the biggest you can really get. You know, those draft horses, and they scared the shit out of me. I mean, they were huge. They were shitting everywhere. I mean, it's terrifying for a 4-year-old. But then my balls dropped, and I'm cool with horses. Dion will get there one day. I have faith in. He is the real. You
weren't with him in New Orleans.
Yeah. Oh no,
he's not getting there.
No, it was funny as shit because
I'm not afraid of him, but I will cross the street to avoid going near a police one that's just sitting there.
No, it's funny because he would get drunk while we were in New Orleans and walking around, and all of a sudden he'd see a horse and sober up immediately and be like, and just like,
but he's good.
That's the sound he makes.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see, Moretti a message from my friend Luciferi. Thank you. It's so nice, and you seem like really cool people. Well, Luciferi, thank your friend Moretti for wanting to support your Patreon page. By the way, folks, I posted that on our Facebook group, so if you'd like to help support some independent art, go over there and check that out. Michael Hunting, I enjoyed your graveyard toy video, Jeff. Thank you, Michael Hunting. I appreciate that. I had a lot of fun making it. I hope it gets the reach that our other videos can, or in the past, so I can keep making those because I enjoy making those a lot.
Speaking of graveyards, my wallet's one after today.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, I saw those pictures.
You saw the pictures.
Well, guys, let's start this movie because I'm excited. I want to listen to some of the music. It's not one of my favorite movies of all time, but it's one of those movies I've recently gotten into that it's, I don't know, a new classic to me. I watch it a lot more often than I watch other stuff like Hot Fuzz, Idiocracy, just random shit that I used to watch all the time. I kind of replaced that with American Psycho. So
it checks all the boxes. It's 80s nostalgia, a little bit of horror, a little bit of suspense, a lot of comedy, and hey, a little bit of Batman.
Yeah. And a little bit of the Green Goblin and the Brown Bunny.
Yeah.
Nick gets that reference. All right, folks. So this is a commentary
/ Brown Bunny reference.
Thank you. So what we
Awful
do
movie.
is it sucks. We were gonna watch this movie. Yeah, literally. We're gonna watch this movie together. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna hang out. So you guys got to have a copy at home. It's on Amazon Prime. We'll give you about 1 more minute to get prepared for that if you need it. And we're going to watch American Psycho and hang out with our friend and patron Trent. And remember, folks, if you want something like this to happen with a movie of your choosing that you appear on the show with us, just join the Patreon page. We can make that happen. We got these things going all the time. Sometimes people request off-air stuff too. So it's all up to you. If you don't want to be, public on air with everybody and you're a little scared, that's fine. Just come hang out with the bullshitters and we'll make it happen. So yeah, Hot Fuzz watch party definitely down the road.
God, Jeff, I want to say, Hot Fuzz, it's a great movie. But anyone who's afraid to come on the channel, it's everyone. You guys are friendly as hell. Great community. Don't be nervous, guys. Take the opportunity. It's awesome.
Don't lie. We were hazing you before the show started.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Kendo. I mean, Kendo's great. He knows. I sent that snap. I remember when first episode took over for Dustin. I think I sent the Snapchat or not Snapchat, the super chat saying, this was the version of Dustin that was actually good, and I meant that.
Oh yeah,
I
I remember that. I think I remember that one because you got kind of offended for a second, and then we realized what you said.
Oh, Channel Dad Brian Lape is not recording the fan cast tonight.
Pussy.
He's in the chat.
Yeah, apparently he's in the chat as Brian Lape, and unless there's another person being the fan cast. So I don't know.
He's pulling double duty.
Stop being so anus, maybe, just maybe.
I know. Cobra Viper, this is a very good super chat. First off, thank you. Just got back from the store. Pegs of Gin Urso Black Series on sale for $4 next to Pegs of Vintage Card Gin Urso for $14. Same figure. Way to go, Hasbro.
Hashtag pegs.
Hashtag pegs. No, that means you, Cobra Viper, you must have went to Walmart because they would have been those little exclusive 3 3/4-inch super articulated ones that came in the black and red boxes, and those things are everywhere. My Walmart has pegs of Leia and Han Solo and his not Hoth gear from The Force Awakens. There are so many bad decisions that Hasbro keeps making. So you wonder why people aren't buying these figures. And then even in the video I showed when I went to Toys R Us, all the Jyn Ersos that had died. So
they died Halo Reach style on the beach.
Yeah, we put.
That's right. Hashtag rollback.
All right, folks. Are there official lyrics to the Beverly Hills Cop theme? If not, I have some. Well, there aren't official ones, but Khan from King of the Hill has them, and I sing them quite regularly. So maybe if you guys can get me drunk enough at Horror Hound or Star Wars Celebration, we'll do it. I'll find a piano and we'll play it. So
drunk Jeff play. Yeah. Oh my god, I would love that so much.
Don't worry, it can happen. I'm into that.
Oh god.
Yeah, dude, I've been learning the riff for fucking Tears for Fears because Jeff and I are gonna do a duet for that for his birthday.
Wait, which Tears for Fears song?
The only one that matters.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was putting a mixer with my Crown Royal.
Dude, like everybody wants to rule the world. Every time that song comes on, even before I even knew Jeff, my world would stop. Like I was like 18 working at a grocery store one day and it came on and like a customer was asking me something. And I was just like, hang on. And like 3 minutes later, I was like, it's okay now.
No, whatever.
I'm like, cool.
Dude, that song is half the reason why I watch Real Genius. Is because at the end there's a slow motion popcorn scene with the song, and I was like, this is a music video for me. This is a music video for that song.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking love it.
Music video's got a Rick Astley look like, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get this movie started. We can talk about 80s music during the movie. So, folks, get your time stamps set to 0 and press play right now.
Yeah. Seriously, though, the first time I saw this movie, I fucking hated it.
Really?
Yeah, my buddy Brandon got it on tape, and he's like, "Dude, you gotta watch this movie; it's so good." And so, like, I think it's because he hyped it up for me, and I guess I didn't get where the movie was supposed to be going. And then I ended up watching it again not long afterwards, and I was like, "Okay, this movie's actually really fucking great." And then I went and got the book, and shit, that was 17 years ago, and here I am today talking about it, as a professional journalist.
Oh, Blue Watcher's going to be coming
to
that
last part.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of cool people joining us.
Yeah, I watched this probably sophomore year of high school because a friend of mine showed it to me, and I was just like, he's like, I never knew what it was or anything. That he's like, oh, you need to watch this. I was like, all right, cool. And we watched it together one Friday night, and I was like, this is fucking amazing. This is ridiculous. It was so good.
Like I said, it was probably about 2.5 years ago, and it just hit me. It's a great movie. And set me on a pretty good course. Not the course of serial killer, though. The other stuff,
Don't lie to me.
80s music fan, Hey, I'm not Cecil, okay? I don't have like dead decaying bodies in my closet,
You can also fit comfortably on roller coasters at Coney Island.
That is true.
Cecil, we love you. Cecil, we fucking love you, man. Don't worry.
God, yeah, Clinks for Cecil, but
I'll get that. There we go.
Yeah.
But also, see this movie, and he works in like investment banking or what the hell it is. Let's just say that a year later, I'm working in the same industry, and that's all I'll say. So it's an inspirational movie, I guess.
Well, I give you another 18 months, and then they'll start killing people. So,
if they keep changing the rules around, maybe, I don't know.
It's not a guarantee because one of the theories is that he's not actually killing these people.
Yeah, just don't tell us, don't let us know, and don't kill us. And nothing will happen.
Hey, you guys are safe.
007 Cloud says, I thought they were call girls.
They're dirty fucking hookers.
They're whores.
There you go.
They're pieces
They're
of bitch
whores.
trash.
Bunch of fucking whores.
Whores? Oh, you mean whores?
Whores.
Yeah, whores.
If I could go back in time, I would definitely be a yuppie. Holdo's Muff, you're watching the TV version. Will that be a problem? Only if you want to miss out on the best parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you should line up properly.
Yeah, yours might be shorter in time.
I like how lately my hair's gotten a lot longer and I'm rocking the Bateman at work.
and
like
you work in a hardware store.
That's true. But we're not going to tell people where I live or work because I'm up for another promotion.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying you work in a hardware store. That he has access
Congratulations, Kendo.
to
Congratulations.
chainsaws, nail guns, duct tape, and a assortment of other fun things.
That's
Let's
true.
see. Lando Calrissian. Hookers are cheaper than whammon noodles, kids.
But Lando, are they cheaper than robot pussy?
The thing is, though, if you're getting a hooker for cheaper than you would spend on ramen, there's a good chance you're coming away with DHE
It
scratchy.
doesn't say ramen. It says whammon noodles.
Yeah, I'm not cool enough to like get that reference, even though I get it, but I just don't care because I think it's dumb.
Because let's look at face. Let's say it was ramen. You are going to come away
Let's
with
say
something
that was
that's going to cost you
Prince.
more.
And they're going to say the shitty Beatles.
They suck.
I like this song quite a bit. I heard it at Kroger the other day.
Oh, dude,
I'm
I,
going to do this commentary.
here, you want a fun
Okay.
fact? I had this soundtrack on CD, and when I was going to school up in Michigan, I would be fucking rocking my Discman, like listening to this shit
Oh my
all the way.
god!
And I had a girlfriend when I was up there, and she was always like, "We should have sex to music." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I would always play this fucking soundtrack when we were banging. So we're like fucking going to town to the fucking American Psycho soundtrack. Of course, she was terrible in bed, but that's neither here nor there at this point.
You're a good man, Kendo.
That's true, but we got it onto the American Psycho soundtrack more than once. Besides, by the way, this chick's a fucking ugly bitch, and he's gonna play with her blood.
Mm-hmm.
Stab you to death and play around with your blood.
Although she is actually kind of attractive, I'd bang her.
We know.
Yeah, she's pretty decent for hanging out at a...
She does have the girls on display. Oh, by the way, this movie was directed by a woman, and we love it. So there goes your theory about us hating women.
Are you kidding me?
Much like Wayne's World, you never know until you read the credits.
Yeah.
You want to know why, Jeff? Because they didn't make that the main selling point and focal of the movie when it came out. It was just, here's a movie, it's really good, and this is the director.
Yeah, kind of like a Slumber Party Massacre. One writer, one director. It was fucking crazy. I love this scene so much. It's ridiculous.
Dude, there was on the big screen like I want to say almost 10 years ago, and it was one of those midnight showings at the fucking big movie place around here, and we so totally went and saw it. And they had American Psycho trivia before it started. Guess who got every question right? Yeah, this guy. You know why? 'Cause I like this movie and I'm good at it.
You're hip. So
I'm hip to be square, even though Huey's too black sounding for me.
Early work was a little bit too new wave for my taste.
Ass. You guys ever want to see a badass? There it is.
At least it's not space ass.
Spass.
There, okay. On the far left there, the very top one, that's the shower gel.
That's awesome. I use ass
That's
because I'm
stuff.
not a mark.
Have you guys seen the sequel with Mila Kunis?
Yeah, it's terrible.
I did. It was fucking terrible.
It is fucking terrible.
It's a
I know
piece of
somebody has
shit.
the movie poster though.
What?
I'm not gonna say his
Why?
name because he worked in the fucking video department of the store we worked at when we were.
Yeah,
in
but I
college.
mean, come the fuck on though, man.
Brandon, I'm talking about you. If you're still listening, because I know that you were excited when I told you we were going to do this tonight. Fucking dork. But we had fun last night at Slayer, so it was cool.
Still though,
Anyway,
like
Popeye's chicken.
fucking poster, really? Come on.
Yeah.
It has Mila Kunis on it with a fucking like big meat hook. So I mean,
That
Yeah,
doesn't mean anything.
yeah, that doesn't mean
No.
shit.
The Last Jedi has
No.
Luke Skywalker with a lightsaber on the poster.
that's true story. Brandon, burn that poster. I hate you. You're my best friend in the whole world. We've been buddies since we were 5, but I hate you.
No, speaking of posters, I do have a scaled down version of the movie poster for this movie.
Where do you keep it?
Probably
it's
under his
in-
pillow.
No, it's in the office.
I thought you were going to tell me it's over your bed, so when you have a woman over, you look right into Patrick Bateman's eyes, and then you fucking flex your arm with him.
Point out, give him a wink.
Hey, those aren't there anymore.
Oh, God.
Jeez.
Hey, this is 1987 going into 88, so.
Correct.
Kyle Rose, thank you very much for your $2 super chat. No message, but we still appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey,
When
man.
this movie was
walking
made,
on
it was still
sunshine.
accurate.
Time to feel good.
That's true.
For a year.
I hate this song, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
same
good.
here.
This was like the
Yeah,
song
okay.
they played at the dollar store. And it
Well,
just,
no. This is the advertising song they used for that song.
Rob,
like-
buddy!
This is a song they used for that movie about the kids who built the solar car, and it would constantly fucking play every time.
October Sky with Jake Gyllenhaal?
I thought they built a rocket ship.
Yeah, I
It's,
know. I'm
And hey, kids out there, just remember, if you have to, just say no.
Yeah, unless you're filming the Brown Bunny and the guy says "suck my dick" and you're Chloe Sevigny and you're like, okay.
that killed her career, I think.
It sure did, Jeff. It sure did.
Now, here's the thing. After watching the Bond movies, this is like a little bit of like a Bond and Moneypenny kind of thing. You know,
Yeah.
obviously the Dark American Psycho twist, but
Yeah, she loves him, but he doesn't really love her. But in the book, he thinks about what it would be like to have a normal life with her, and then she blows some fucking dirty ass fucking biker
Oh my god!
on camera, and it's not a porno.
I do like how he critiques her outfit. I think this feels, come on, you're prettier than that.
Another difference between the movie and the book is that a lot of the movie takes place in office buildings and stuff, and most of the book the movie's a lot in the office, and the book is usually in just like restaurants and clubs. He's rarely ever in the office.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that one of the jokes of the movie that he is always at work, but he's not doing any work?
Yes, because Reese Witherspoon will allude to it. She's like, your father practically owns. Essentially, he's like this extremely rich kid with like a trust fund that he never actually has to do anything. And he's constantly out just partying because he doesn't really have a real job at the company.
He's the consummate boss's son.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Like,
Try to
you
listen to
keep
the
your
new Robert
dirty
Palmer
movies to
tape.
yourself.
Is Leif talking about prawn?
Labe's talking about Do Sex and Lucia next.
Leif, here, just listen to me for a second, buddy. I want you to go. I just want you to look up, I don't know, any fucking hot porno chick. Have a crank, and then call us back in the morning.
Yeah.
We all know who Jeff would recommend.
We don't talk about that on air.
You've mentioned that. I'm pretty sure you've mentioned her name.
Oh, I know.
Just go look up Destiny Dane. She's got a big ass and she's Cuban.
I don't know.
So
who
you got
that
the
is.
you got a big ass and you got an accent, and she does reality porn where she's usually some kind of like cleaning lady, which I think is actually pretty racist. But
yeah, that's true. That's true.
At the
Hey,
same
go find Danny Daniels, all right, and just crank one out.
Tim Burton's in this movie.
this scene takes place later in the book, and afterwards he goes back. It's actually a party at her house, and afterwards he goes back and jacks off to thinking about her friend, that weird punky chick.
and
Fun fact.
also, yeah, then isn't it also like a mannequin he sees as well?
Yep, something like that. He jerks off to a mannequin after seeing a mannequin that he thought was really attractive or something like that.
Ew, Dion.
I hope you're listening, Dion.
Jesus.
I love this monologue.
I love. Oh man, that's a girl from what's it? Mario Brothers.
Oh, Princess Daisy.
Yeah, Princess Daisy.
She was also in that show that was decent, like for one episode, The Strain.
Okay.
I didn't realize that was her.
always hated this guy's fucking haircut. It's
Get it.
like,
Who? Crothers?
yeah, it's like Louis Carruthers. It's like, do you want it to be fucking swept back, or do you want it to be like, parted in the middle, like douchey style? What are you going for?
Yeah.
Both.
He's trying to do the JTT thing, but like in a business setting, like it doesn't work, man. Like pick one or the other.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You either feather it back really fucking awesome, like I rock, or you go with fucking Van Patten there, which is a shorter, slick back version. or you just go with the stylish classic undercut of the 80s.
So you want to criticize us for having facial washes, but you're going to sit and talk about dudes' haircuts for 2 minutes straight?
That's true. That's true.
Okay, well, hey, here's the thing. Another thing about this movie. Before that, like all through high school, I said the military style buzz cut. I didn't bother. You know, I was playing for sports and all that. I didn't care. Seeing this movie, my hair was longer at the time. I initially kind of rocked the Bryce swept all back. And then when I got a little bit longer, I did for about a year do the full-on Pat Bateman hair. A little bit shorter in the back, though. Now it's more of a hybrid between that and the Bond, but I'll feather my hair. I know what pomade is now. I'm okay with it. I look good. I get compliments.
I just want to know why nobody noticed the Cure sitting at his table. You don't know what that is? Look it up. Come on.
Because even back then they weren't popular.
No. They were never popular. They always kind of sucked.
Kendo, there's a super chat directed at you, man.
Yo.
Kendo Slice, do you have to be handy with a hammer to work at a hardware store? Would you get your rocks off at the American Idiot song? Do you practice Japanese Kendo sword fighting? Fave Star Wars? That comes from Kalen the Alien.
You don't have to be handy to work at a hardware stop because, you know, we've got lots of shit. And what was the next part?
Would you get your rocks off to the American Idiot song?
No, I fucking hate Green Day.
Do you practice Japanese Kendo sword fighting?
I do not, but I did do a lot of martial arts when I was younger. I've got trophies and shit from doing it. I'm good at fighting. And I did have some combat training. I did do some weaponry and stuff like that. And then the last one, favorite Star Wars movie, probably it's got to be one of the OT, although I really fucking love Revenge of the Sith only because it's fun watching Anakin just chop up a bunch of kids, or at least knowing that he's going to. Just like the whole Empire just beating ass. It made me happy in that movie.
Dio Brando has a question. Did you hear the news about Ray Finkel going on a leaving thieving spree?
No, but does he know that Finkel is Einhorn and Einhorn is Finkel?
No! Einhorn's a man.
If only he could have made that kick.
Einhorn's a man. Oh my God! Einhorn's a man.
Movies you couldn't make these days because of the whole throwing up after kissing a he-she thing. People be like, oh, that's fucking transphobic.
I'm just concerned with him putting the plunger on his mouth. That's the part that always.
Yeah, that's the most unsanitary.
Yeah, I wanted to say, I was like, that's the worst thing.
You know, okay, so he kissed a transsexual. Okay, yeah, that might weird some people out. But then you put a plunger on your face.
Oh,
There's
God.
duty all over that plunger, probably.
There it is. I like how Bateman blew off that chick. It's kind of like, oh, I'm at work all the time. Oh, this Saturday? Yeah, can't do it.
I want to know what is inside Lydia's ass. Is it a real porno? Fact, yes, it is.
There's video evidence.
Can we get a link to that over a private message?
Yeah, I'll send it after I send you more pictures of the covers of Anal Full Nelson that I've sent you before.
Oh my God.
You know, tonight I actually got invited out to a party and I had to think of an excuse not to go. And I really thought of saying I had to return some videotapes.
Should just said you're hanging out with way cooler people.
Yeah. I ended up saying I had something scheduled with some people. I wasn't going to break it because it was going to be, you know, something special. So yeah, I made sure.
Talking about haircuts and shit on the internet.
That's right.
To go left or right with the part.
Go with whatever's natural for your hair, because I mean, sometimes if you go the opposite direction, your shit wants to go all wonky. It really also depends on the style of hair you got. If it's naturally curly and wavy and stuff.
Right. I always had a colic going on, but I manage it for the right pretty good.
Because your hair is got like, there's a lot of genetics behind it, so you gotta have to work with it because you can't really fight against that shit per se. So just, you know, kind of figure out what works for your hair and you.
Right. I know when I had this hairstyle going on and I got in some better shape, I didn't look like Bateman, obviously, but I had that kind of look. And then I decided to grow out the beard a little bit. Now it's more like a Chris Evans kind of look. So I did a hybrid.
There's a dude I work with. He's a cool kid. If you put a beard on him, he would look like a 20-year-old Charlie Day. So I made him do a lot of Charlie work today. I was like, hey, do this, do this, do this. And he's like, why? It's like, it's Charlie work. You won't understand.
This chick seems like the best date in the world. Sarcasm.
Yeah, a lot of fucking vibrant. Well, Nick would be all in. She's redheaded, so he's just going to be sitting there fucking pounding it underneath the table. She'd be like, "What's that?"
No,
thumping
no,
sound?"
no! I'm gonna try to pound her. Why underneath the table?
She'd be sitting there having dinner with him. You hear, Nick, what's that sound? Oh, it's a helicopter. The news is here.
It's Apache doing a flyby.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would like a lime with my water, Jason. That'd be wonderful.
Hey, Jeff.
Yo,
Bottle of Apollinaris.
you know this movie way better than I do, dude. Just put it out there. I can't quote it like you can.
Lucky, I guess.
So this card scene coming up, Kendo, I think our business card beats all of them.
I do too. And this card scene actually took place in a restaurant in the book. Oh, look, it's fucking Joker.
That motherfucker.
It's the Cucker. In the book, he's known as Paul Owen. Hey, look, there's that dickhead Halberstram. He's a
Seems
child
logical
divorce.
because Marcus works at PMP. In fact, it's the exact same thing I do. Penchant for Valentino suits and Oliver Peoples glasses. But I have a slightly better haircut.
We need to get Dion drunk and make him take pictures wearing a cowboy hat and a horse stall.
Oh my god.
We can make that happen.
Yes, we can.
And you can only do it because you guys are best friends. That's what you just do for your best friends. You just traumatize the son of a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of having a really good friend if you don't treat them like shit half the time?
So, listeners
Here's
out
my
there,
card.
guys, type in Muff if you want me to share the World Class Bullshitters business card.
Please share it because it makes me so fucking happy on the inside that I just want to fucking kill stuff.
Smash that muff button. Lick that muff button. Muff Army. We need to see this business
I
card.
literally fucking mark out every time I see that fucking picture.
Of what? Our Ninja Turtles?
Yes. Oh, fucking love it. Deep down to the core. Makes me so happy. And I'm red. I'm Raphael.
Yeah.
But honestly, like that's like a really good, like, you know, consternation of all of us or whatever the word would be. Because you really are like the Leonardo. Nick is the Donatello. Dion is the Michelangelo, and I'm totally the Raphael.
Dreg says, I'm black too. It's okay to torment another black man. LOL.
There's some people that made very good livings in that. They're awful people, though.
By the way, folks, go to the official World Class Bullshitters fan page, and you can see the business card. Kalen the Alien.
Oh, what the fuck?
Nick Utam, how do you start a professional all around the hot... Wait, how do you stay professional all around the hot babes on set?
I think of the Me Too movement and me getting ostracized like on the internet, so I just try not to do anything stupid.
Because Kalen the Alien says, I'm a smoking hot redhead. If you want to make something happen after hours, Nick, wink.
Oh god.
Oh God. Nick makes it. He just remembers, hey, I can think about this later in private. I'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly. Because the last thing
we've had the conversations with him about it. We know what he's thinking.
Oh yeah, no. I've told these guys some shit, and I think I tell a lot of stuff about Strip Club Massacre in one of the Patreon videos that we did a long time ago.
He sure does. And if you want to hear that video, sign up for Patreon.
Yeah,
I did.
Man.
Speaking of the
Guys,
Patreon, did I tell you guys about what happened to me today when I was at the gym?
I don't know, was it?
This
what's about to
self-righteous
happen to Al here?
This self-righteous douchebag on Facebook was talking about the new Ghostbusters movie, and he's like, I'd bet money that everyone that criticizes the movie's never seen it. So we got into a 20-minute discussion about how I have proof that I've seen it, and he offered to send me $20. And when he's like, what's your PayPal account? I'll send you $20. I said, no. So the satisfaction of proving you wrong is worth more than $20. By the way, this guy's dead.
Yes, he is. He was
Reggie
a great
Caffey.
character actor.
Oh man.
He was.
I was gonna say this scene is also an amalgamation of two things that happen in the book.
Well, what are
He
they?
really does kill a homeless guy like this. But then there's also a chapter that's literally called Killing Faggot, where he kills a flamboyant dude and his dog. Yep.
Jeremy Pearman says, we have a football broadcaster here in Minnesota named Paul Allen. Does he like Huey Lewis in the news?
Does he miss
Is his
kicks?
body currently dissolving in a bathtub in Hell's Kitchen?
Yeah. But yes, in the chapter, he kills the flamboyant dude and then kills the dog by ripping it, like cutting its stomach open, and laughs about how the dog was licking its own guts. Very dark book. Very horrible shit.
Little Schnauzer was hungry.
Yeah.
You know, I realized with Bateman with his Oliver Peoples glasses, he was like grown-up Ralphie.
Grown-up Ralphie went on to produce the first Iron Man.
He'll stab your
Oh,
eye
shit.
out.
That's true. And Peter Billingsley was also in Four Christmases.
Yeah. And grown-up Schwartz went on to star in porno films. He went from getting his tongue stuck to poles to vajayjays.
Wasn't it Flick? Flick was the guy with the pole.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Schwartz was the kid that got his ass beat because he lied about who taught him the bad words.
Yeah, you couldn't make this movie nowadays because they stomp on the dog
And kill a black man.
Yep.
But guys, it's the 80s.
It's true.
We like to pretend that social justice stuff was going on through all of history. And here's where Dion comes.
Literally.
He's just sitting there, he opens his eyes, sees who it is. He goes, oh, please, God. Yeah, I can see Dion. Now he's just surrounded by his favorite things.
Asians?
Yeah, but all different types. They all kind of look alike to him, but
if you want to see some bat pubes, you just did.
That's true.
I'll
Pubes.
pass. Kalen the Alien, thank you for your super chat. Who's the Cecil character? He seems chill as fuck.
oh
Cecil
God.
is he's a really cool dude.
No, see, now I'll be honest. When I first heard Cecil, it was I think whatever episode of the High Council he first stopped by, and I thought he was a damn soundboard. I didn't think he was a real human being. It was, but listen to him and all that, and I appreciate. He's like the Rodney Dangerfield of the
Oh my God.
pop culture movement. He's. Honestly, I think he was probably in that board meeting with Bateman earlier. In his backstory.
He is that old.
Yeah, God,
Kalen
Cecil
the
would be
Alien
something
has
cool
to be
have jump in.
Cecil.
I'm about to say.
Cecil could just come on the show whenever he wants. All he's got to do is say, "Hey, Jeff, can I join you guys?"
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
all he's got to say is hello.
And then, there you go. Clink.
And there's your
That's
Cecil.
his mating call. Ice in a glass and whiskey.
I will like the Office, Christmas party. I will say, was it? Okay, the line. Merry Christmas. How you been? Workaholic, I suppose. I will use that one occasion. No one obviously ever gets it, but
Have you seen the movie
everyone
Office
says
Christmas
yes,
Party?
I'm workaholic. What one?
The movie Office Christmas Party that came out, I think, last year or 2 years ago.
Was that with Kate McKinnon?
Yeah, it's the one where the party gets really like out of hand and crazy.
No, I never
It's like
saw
a
it.
real beehive of activity, Halberstram.
A lot of fun. One of those like adult Christmas movies. It's so much fun.
Hey, I'm a child of divorce. Give me a break. No, I'll have to check that out, Nick.
Yeah.
Not if you want to keep your spleen. I'm going to use that on the next waiter I deal with. Paul Allen could have got him a table at Dorsia.
Nobody goes there anymore.
It's true.
Actually, yesterday I got taken out to dinner with some coworkers, and I just think if I'd used that line, it would have been awkward. My supervisor might have fired me.
Dio Branda, thank you for super chat. Doomcock versus Meatspin. Cecil, who wins?
I would like to think that both of them have the fucking dedication and the endurance to go through at least 1,000 spins before breaking.
No, I like to think of that as like John Wick versus James Bond. They beat the shit out of each other, but they both survive to the end, and then they resolve their differences and team up. Because I can't kill off either one of them.
Hey, I'm drinking Corona too. I'm just like these guys.
You tan at a salon?
No, but there was an Ivanka Trump reference, which means it's a Trump reference. Triggered.
No, he references Trump a bunch in this movie because he's a big Donald Trump fan. I think even Bret Easton Ellis tweeted out on election night somewhere Patrick Bateman is very happy.
Yeah.
Because Bret Easton Ellis, he's an interesting guy. He's like a moderate center, somewhat conservative, homosexual author.
Hold on,
But he's a funny guy. And
you know why?
their early work was a little too new wave for my taste.
Still too black.
But when sports came out in '83, they really came into their own, both commercially and artistically. The album has a crisp, clear sound and a due sheen of consummate professionalism that really gives the band a big boost.
New York Pharmacy.
What did he
That's
just
a
take?
generic made-up name. Probably Prozac.
He's been compared to Elvis Costello, but I feel Huey has a far more cynical sense of humor. Yes, Alan?
He's got chow.
Jow or something? No, Alan.
Yes, it is.
In the book, the scene is way more graphic. He talks about after he blasts the axe in his face and pulls it out, he can hear his brain sucking as it comes out of his face. Awesome.
Oh wow.
It's a very good book, Nick.
This is a song so catchy, most people probably don't listen to the lyrics, but they should, because it's not just about pleasures of conformity, it's also a personal statement about the band itself. Hey, Paul.
And Batman kills the Joker.
Talking about
Yeah, how many times have we used that in talking to each other?
Yeah.
So many times.
Whenever I want to talk a friend out of something stupid, I'd say, come on, don't be a stir. Think this through.
I just love how he takes the cigar and sits down and plays it cool.
Hey, he's hip to be square. Da-na-na.
We need to get pinstriped 80s suits, guys.
I am down.
Oh, God, I still remember when I had to buy my first, once I got the new job, the business suit for something. It was, I just kept looking for the pinstripes, but I couldn't find them. God dang you, JCPenney's.
Only thing JCPenney's good for is my Marty McFly vest.
Now, that coat he's wearing, I ended up getting that as a Christmas present. Something similar to that. And it was like, what was, like, the actual thing I put on the list was, you know, hey, Bateman's jacket. Just find something like that for a nice Christmas gift. I didn't go into detail. I don't know what the hell the man. It's probably some like Louis, like it's like Gucci or Alfani, but who knows what the hell it is. But
Well, that bag is Jean Paul Gaultier.
Ooh.
I love how much he hates this dude.
Well,
No,
I
it's
mean,
not
we
me,
all
you're
do.
mistaken.
I fucking can't stand him, but that's mostly his hairstyle. He just
Yeah.
looks like a douche nozzle,
Also, when he comes onto him in the bathroom, I'm just like, what?
which happens someplace else in the book.
Kayla the Alien has a super chat that says, will that Who Killed Phil a murder mystery be a hard R? The hardest of ours.
Yeah. Is that a serious question? Look who you're fucking talking to.
it'll be the hardest R of the 21st century.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 22nd century. Happy
I like
Gilmore
how-
came out in the 21st century, and that was 20 years ago.
Yep. You know, I like how Bateman's real reaction initially is, you know, he's panicked on the inside and terrified to his core because Alan has a nicer place than he does.
That leads to one of the theories about what really took place with this movie and book.
And that's a cool theory. That's a good debate to have. I mean, we'll get to it later. I have my own opinion on it, but
I totally
it's
destroyed a
interesting.
kid. I destroyed a dude's mind today at work when we were talking. And I was telling him we were doing this study. He's like, "Oh, I fucking love that movie." And he was like going on and on. He goes, "Isn't like one of the things is like he really doesn't do these things. He just fantasizes." Like, well, here's one of them. And I told him the Paul Allen theory, and he's like, "Holy fuck! I never thought of that." I was like, "Yeah, mind blown."
Another song I hate from the 80s.
Yeah, it's awful.
That one was on a lot of commercials for like those compilation CDs from Columbia House. It's like
no,
this
here's
song and many others.
No, I looked into the soundtrack.
Not a selling point.
Because Jeff, I wanted to get the songs. I wanted to get True Faiths and obviously Hit to Be Square for a workout playlist. And this one, I forget what the hell it's called. Lady in Red is considered one of like the worst pop songs of the 80s.
It is
semi-successful, but it's like one of the worst songs ever. I mean, shit.
Yeah, because it's awful.
Don't you remember Dodgeball? Every time he looks at that foreign lady with the unibrow,
fucking commie.
Yeah,
that song plays.
By the way, Brown Bunny. And there's the green fucking goblin. We have crossed over DC and Marvel.
God damn it, we crossed the streams. What the fuck?
That's bad, Ray.
My friend Brandon and I rarely talk on the phone, but when we do, this is literally how we end every conversation. Right? Got it. Hang up. Such a great fucking movie. Bringing people together.
I will say,
tearing them into pieces.
Sometimes talking with clients or someone, I will say, whenever I say something, I will say, okay, right, got it, and I'll do that. It's just second nature now. Hi, I'm Norman Osborn.
Yeah.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Hey, Bateman, I know you killed that guy. Now watch your pumpkin bomb your office, motherfucker.
No, he swipes that magazine into his desk drawer, and it's a copy of the Daily Bugle with Spider-Man's photo on it.
No one says no to me.
I still fucking love that Willem Dafoe fucking beam that I sent you guys. So awesome.
Apollinaris, I do not believe they make Apollinaris anymore.
What is it?
It's mineral water.
Yeah, sparkling mineral water.
Like it's really good for intermittent fasting, Jeff, to kind of fill you up a little bit. The most popular one now in
Brown Bunny
is San Pellegrino. Very similar.
Or you could drink regular water like a real person.
Oh, trust me, I go through that shit, Kendo. Me and H2O, we're good friends. I work out too much not to be friends with that son of a bitch.
There's nothing more relaxing than drinking Coke and eating Chex Mix in an office building. I was not aware that Coca-Cola relaxed you.
I don't know. I like it. It's not bad to have a nice Coca-Cola here and there.
That's our next stream, the benefits of Coca-Cola.
I mean, I'm willing to talk about it. I mean, Nick lives in Atlanta, the home of Coca-Cola. He can tell us.
I could practically just go out my window and grab a bottle and come back in.
Yeah, it grows on trees there.
It's you're not wrong. It's crazy.
It's a lot like Yale. They have a lot of cocaine.
The whole Yale thing.
I heard it's a lot like Star Trek: The Next Generation. In many ways, it's superior, but it'll never be as recognized as the original.
Somewhere, Joel just cried out with a boner.
Cried out with a boner? That sounds like Joel.
I do think Willem Dafoe, even though he was the Goblin, he could make a decent Joker, an aged one. Like if you're doing like a Dark Knight Returns kind of thing, he could pull it off.
Jeremy Peerboom says, I had to go to Target, but didn't want to miss the stream. So you guys are playing on my phone while I'm shopping. Is this a first?
Is he returning videotapes?
I hope,
Jeremy,
I hope you're in the action figure section right now.
Yeah. I was gonna say, now, Jeff, do you know if Jeremy's a collector?
He is.
Oh, he is.
Icon's a picture of him on a He-Man body.
Oh, shit. Well, Jeremy, check the toy aisle. You're probably gonna see the 10th anniversary Marvel stuff. And I picked up all that shit. So
I went to Target earlier today too. We're like spirit animals, Jeremy.
All three of us, we all were bonded by the great store of Target.
Bonded by it.
It's the bourgeoisie Walmart.
I will say my Walmart, because Jeff knows where I am. I'm in Michigan. I had to go to the Flint Target store, and you know about the city of Flint. them and their water and their crime and their
I
shit.
lived sort of kind of close there for a while.
Yeah, well, the Target, they're doing a remodel there. Like on the outside, people are trying to mug you for bus fare and all that, but on the inside, it's kind of like a upper middle class kind of clientele. It's a nice store. My Walmart out here in BFE went from that kind of setting to now it's like complete, just awful bitch trash. It's terrible.
That's pretty much every Walmart near where I live.
Kalen the Alien says, what if you found out George Lucas secretly directed all the Disney Star Wars movies? Thoughts also, need your opinion. New York pizza or Texas rub ribs? Let's answer the food question first, because I like pizza.
Yeah. I said, Jeff, shut
up.
New York pizza is really good, but you can never sleep on ribs.
Can I have us like a slice of New York pizza and a thing of ribs, like a little bit of ribs as well? Can I do that?
Yeah, can we do like a twofer? Because
and then like two fingers of Johnny Walker Blue whiskey. I mean Scotch.
Ooh, we're going classy with
Johnny
Walker
let me
Blue.
give me that. I'm happy.
Well, Jeff, I was saying, God damn it. Shit.
And this is where Jeff gets his Patreon.
Folks, we're only talking about Beverly Hills Cop every day of the week now. Thanks for
I'm fine with that. I love that movie.
Jeff, the food question. See, I had brisket yesterday and I had pizza today. Pizza was kind of shit today. The brisket was really good. Yeah, I'll go with brisket, protein. I'll do that. And with the George Lucas question.
Yeah.
Oh shit, if he did that,
he's truly lost it. Like Obi-Wan says, you're truly lost.
Yeah, we should hang him from the public square like Mussolini and spit on his body.
Amen. But you know what? If he does, episode 9 better have him pop up at the end of the credits and go, gotcha. Misa, say fuck you.
Hey, he stole that from Zach Morris. He drove off the Bayside, beat him up, and took it.
Now, Jeff, I know I messaged you this earlier when we were talking about Bond over Messenger. Do you see Bale as Bond? Because I know he's 44 right now. Brosnan was 42 in GoldenEye. And Bale looks young. He takes care of himself. He's always on that fitness grind. So I can see it.
Maybe. I mean, he's got a look, but he's a little too tiny for me.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
He's like Timothy Dalton size, I think.
You know what? He could pull it off. I wouldn't be angry if they're like, yeah, Christian Bale's the new Batman. I'd be like, oh, shit, cool.
You know what's crazy? I've never heard him speak in his, native accent.
Terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it blew my mind. I never knew. Okay, so the first time I saw this movie was like a year after it came out on tape, and I was talking to a guy I worked with. We were in the grocery department of one of the stores. We usually got scheduled to stock together and shit. And we worked a lot of like overnight shifts. And we were talking about this movie because turns out he was a huge fan of it. And I started watching again. We'd read the book and things. And he's like, yeah, dude, that guy's not even fucking American. I'm like, what? And I pulled up his fucking, his website when I got home, and you click on it. It was like a welcome message from Christian Bale. It's like, oh, I'm Christian Bale. Welcome to my website. I'm like, what the fuck? That's not Australian, but he's actually Welsh. So
I was gonna say it almost sounded like you're talking like Sheriff J.W. Pepper for a second there.
But yeah, he was like, "I'm Christian Bale. Welcome to my website." And I'm like, that guy is definitely not American. He pulled off the accent very well.
Let's see.
Good for him.
Well, I wanted to answer these super chats. If I found out George Lucas, I'd be pissed. So thank you, Kalen the Alien. Marith Dealine. Was Clint Black, was Barry White, was George Strait, was Marvin Gaye. Sure makes Stevie Wonder.
Well, he can't see it either way, so.
I will say that Clint Black and George Strait, some of my favorite artists, just throwing it out there. But I will say, Mareth Dealine, hearing your limericks, your jokes, or how you want to call them, these last couple of days, especially in Gourmet Pop Culture, damn, you were talented, my friend.
Rockstar of the channel right now.
Oh, definitely.
Kalen the Alien. He's a little too tiny for me. That's what she said.
Okay, Michael Scott.
Hey, Wayne Campbell said it first in Wayne's World.
That's true. I wonder if Michael Scott's a Wayne World fan.
God, that robe. She just looks so trashy. The street woman he picked up.
Well, she is a streetwalker that he picked up under a bridge.
That's true.
She's a troll.
God.
I like
Got to
how
pay
he
the toll
just-
to get in that boy's hole.
See, his ego is so badass. He's like, I don't want you to get drunk, but it's a very fine Chardonnay you're not drinking. And do you like Phil?
Remember, he's mentally unstable, so I wouldn't get into it too. I wouldn't try
Yeah,
to
he
be
likes
like it
Phil
too.
Collins.
Ref Theoline, thank you for your super chat. Word. Every time I think of Phil Collins, I think of Miami Vice.
Oh yeah, in the pilot episode. Goddamn, dude.
He shows up in season 2, though.
Yeah, I just started season 2 very recently.
What'd you think of that New York episode? Pretty damn awesome, right?
It's crazy, man. It's a 2-parter. It's long. It was really good. Yeah, man. Still loving the show. Still watching it. You know, having a good time with it, man. But no, like that Phil Collins song coming in the air tonight. I hated that song until I watched the first episode of Miami Vice and I saw them play it during that whole scene. Then I was like, this is fucking badass because like what everything meant and stuff. Like it was great.
Every time I think of Phil Collins, I just keep thinking of Tarzan.
Oh, sorry, that's Tarzan Boy. Never mind. How's the Phil Collins chapter in the book, Kendo?
Now, God, Bateman in his. I just wonder how the final product came out. Does it need some editing? Nick, did he come to you to edit this, or?
I have no idea. Oh man.
But his whole monologue, I mean, he is crazy, but he's smooth but insane. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting as hell, man. It really is.
Like you wouldn't expect someone who's so just twisted to be so like alpha. You know what I mean? It's surprising. Just
Well, I mean that's
usually
the trait of a lot of serial killers is that they don't feel like that's what they're usually men because you know they don't feel like men, so they have to you know do things and like you know exercise and you know work out, eat right, all this stuff, and they're always you know they usually kill women and stuff like that. So it's just you know it's just the whole mentality of that.
Yeah, it's like either you got a really good competitive like you know edge to you, you're teased for being fat at one point, or you're a serial killer. There's your 3 motivations for working out.
Not all serial killers work out and are buff.
That is true.
Yeah, there was I think the co-ed killer in the 70s in California who was just a fat dude who killed his mother, and then went on to kill co-eds in the nearby college.
This is the coolest part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
God. I mean, honestly, I think he's more turned on by himself than the
Yeah, but to say
street tramp and the call woman.
Don't touch the watch.
Logan Michael, have you been to Target lately? They have NECA now. I have not, Logan Michael.
Ooh.
I drive past Target every day on the way to the gym. Never go in. They even updated the sign and everything. I just
It did.
No, my
They're
my
improving.
Target is doing a reset currently, and it's not even my Target. I drive 30 minutes to get there, but yeah, doing a whole reset.
Oh yeah, dude. I think they're all doing it because I was like I said, I went in there earlier today to grab
Oh,
a couple
geez.
things, and there's like a whole section that's like missing now, and there's a sign that says we're still open, but we're redeveloping. So they're going through a whole new deal.
They're pretty much trying to say that we're not through yet.
So what happens in the scene that they don't show, but it goes into detail in the book? Essentially, there's a rusty coat hanger and salt.
Oh,
Jesus.
We need to go to a place like this in Indianapolis.
I'm down, man. I'm down.
Hotel lobby.
If there's a place like that in Chicago, I'll be there with you guys.
I'll wear a suit.
I need to buy one.
Jeez, I need to get a new one because the one I have just doesn't fit me anymore.
Yeah,
Just
I'll
remember,
rock
guys.
up. I'll rock up to the hotel in a suit. I don't mind.
Just remember, guys, you gotta be at the bar at the hotel. But you have to have a chick with a little hard body. She gotta be, decent but smart to make up for how fucking unattractive she is. To quote these wise gentlemen. And then of course he goes into a serial killer monologue about Ed Gein.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy made a woman suit.
Caleb the Alien
It's-
says, speed reading the novel along with you. I haven't a copy of the film. Are you getting named actors for your murder mystery magnum opus spectacle film? That movie's not happening for quite a while, so it's not even on the radar, man. It's
No, guys, I will say that the Harrison Ford comic book, that idea, that's gonna beat all the other Indiegogos. I'm assuming that's how you're gonna launch it, is Indiegogo.
yeah, of course. I got Ethan giving me pointers and stuff, so
Yeah, and I'm gonna walk around the streets randomly, hand out flyers and beat money out of people.
please don't. No, I don't need any more legal issues than we already have. So let's
I
just
got a good lawyer on retainer. Like you said last night, I'm not afraid of a jail cell. No, I'll just shake them down. I won't actually physically harm them.
Is this the part where? Yes, this is
Yeah,
the
this is
part
it.
where-
Yeah.
I'd like to think he always carried leather gloves just for fun.
Well, you got to hide the fingerprints somehow.
The music
I
swells.
hate this guy.
Now,
Really
for
hate Louis
most
Carruthers.
He looks
for
like
most
Dr.
mi-
Octopus.
Yeah,
It looks like
the hard version.
for
Looks like
most
Dr.
men,
No.
number one fear, some guy creeping up on you in the bathroom. He's like, okay, this is cool.
I like how he goes. His face goes from like murderous intent to like outright disgust in a matter of like
No, you-
nanoseconds.
No, Kendall, you'll see, like right now he looks like tan and like he's going to kill, and he's all like, his facade. When he goes to wash his hands, he looks like he's stricken like white with fear and just like, oh my God, it's amazing.
I like how he washes the gloves.
Yeah, I know. I love that. It's so ridiculous.
He
Wow,
looks like
you know,
a.
that- he looks
I
scared
have
as
to
shit.
return some videotapes.
I have to return some video.
For all you people under the age of like 22, those are VHSs.
Yeah, everyone's a fan all of a sudden from that crappy format. It's
Yep.
dude, tape sucked back then. I don't know why all
Yeah.
of a sudden people are like, I'm watching it on VHS. It's like,
Dude, tapes, yeah, they would wear out, like the tracking to be all messed up. Those aren't there anymore. And it would just, if you watched a movie more than like 10 times on the same tape, it started to suck and you have the lines going across the bottom. Awful.
what the hell is rewinding nowadays? You just use your tracking bar. You can click to the scene you want.
All I know is after like the 500th viewing, Scooby Doo and the Cyber Chase got really shitty looking.
Brown Bunny.
Now, Nick, how many copies of Scooby Doo and the Cyber Chase do you personally have?
I have one.
I
personally
need a digital copy of Scooby Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf.
Listen. I'll bring
favorite, Kendo.
No, Kendo. I'll bring my massive Scooby Doo collection for you, so you can have it all.
I just want that one.
No, you're getting everything. Shut up.
Have you been getting the list I've been texting you?
Yes, I have. I've been working on it.
Thank you. Awesome. Because
Wait, so wait, that's the information you've received?
Yes, Nick has been receiving. He was receiving information from me yesterday while I was at the Slayer concert. I was like, somebody made a mention. So I was like, oh shit, that's a good idea. I'm gonna message that to Nick and tell him to get that.
Yeah, I have your own folder, just kind of filling up with stuff as I'm getting it.
Fantastic. That's why you're a good friend, and I like you more than 91% of my friends.
91%. That's a good number.
He's getting up there. He's got some work to do, but I think
thanks, buddy.
I think he could crack that top 5 percentile.
Thanks.
You know what?
Working effort. That's all it takes.
No, Nick. You know how you really break through? Make sure to get Kendo some tickets to Africa, Brave Africa. It's a laugh riot.
I mean, I'll go, but
you won't listen to Huey Lewis. He's too black sounding for me.
yeah, he's way too black sounding for me.
I like how Bateman, as the movie goes on, goes from looking like a, well maintained, appearance focused guy to like almost like a guy wearing a mask, like some greasy looking, just
Pseudo mullet.
Yeah, it's almost like they intended that.
Mannequin, like a mannequin, something to scare Dion.
He's not scared of me; just strongly dislikes them.
He's afraid. Very afraid.
Very afraid. I also do like how this movie kind of sets the time period. You see a Christmas party right before he kills Paul Allen, and you hear her mention coming up here Easter. So you're looking like a 5-month period this has been going on so far.
She's got a fake cat. Mine are real.
Look how little that TV is.
Well, yeah, that was back in the days when a 23-inch screen was like awesome.
Yeah, and it was really expensive too.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I got a 23-inch screen. Damn, I only got a 17-inch. Shit.
Then then Gordon Gekko rolls into the board meeting. I got 25-inch.
Yeah, check out this massive tube projection TV I got. That's cool. Mine is like $500. It's the same price you paid, and it's 52-inch LCD.
I know I'll tell people who are probably like shit, maybe like 2 or 3 years younger than me about the RCA TVs with the wood panel on the sides. Like,
oh my god!
Oh, dude,
What?
people don't understand the struggle of having the old school TVs that could crush you to death if they fell on you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Are people actually nostalgic for those pieces of junk?
I hope so, because I've got a couple sitting in the shed that I would love to unload to them for an exorbitantly high price.
No, take them to the nearest college and sell them for thousands of dollars.
Yeah, but like, here's a 21-inch TV I got for Christmas when I was 14. Yeah, it was almost 20 years ago. How would you like to buy it? I'll give you $500. Yeah, you will give me $500, you moron.
I'm telling you, man. That
some
stuff,
woke liberal no, seriously, no, some woke liberal arts student turns into a statue or some shit.
Yeah, be like, hey, I got a 32-inch JVC. You want it? $1,000, idiot.
No, that'll, dude. Like if it's got that wood paneling on it and that giant remote that took the 9-volt batteries, they'll take it. They will take it.
You have to have the fucking TV that was built into the actual like entire like entertainment center that you could roll around.
Oh my god, those things! I remember those.
Yeah, as long as you can pump up the volume on it.
Well, no, that was a good thing. That wasn't the good thing about those TVs.
Shut up! I'm trying to do drugs.
Those TVs at least had speakers to them. Like you could pump up the volume and like
they were built into the TV box.
Yeah, like they were good speakers. Now with the thin TVs, like you can't. The speakers suck. You got to get the sound bars and stuff with them, or even get like your 7.2 surround sound system.
All right, hoity-toity Queen Nick.
Yeah, Phil.
What a 14.7 trillion decibel sound system for your 23K television.
Hey,
it's not even visible by 8.
My TV is 64K, and I can see every pixel.
I can see your mom from space on my TV.
Easy.
Jeff. The mother, stay out of this.
Kayla the Alien says, death by TV or phone cord. Those were the days.
Oh, yeah, dude. You could get strangled by a phone cord without even knowing it. Because they would always have the extra long ones. So that way you could talk on the phone someplace else. Because remember, kids, you don't know this, but your phone used to actually be attached to the wall. And you would have to, if you wanted to watch TV in the living room, you had to put an extra long phone cord on it so you could pick the thing up and walk in there. Because not all of us were privileged or blessed enough to have cordless phones.
Oh, that's the best song in the movie.
Well, no, even then, like the cordless phones, like you wouldn't use them for very long, and when you did, like it would last maybe like an hour, and then they start dying.
And if you got too far away from the cradle, like or the source, it would get all crackly, and you'd be like, "Hey, Nick, what are you doing today?"
And here's the crazy thing. I mean,
baseball,
guys, it's crazy.
What?
You guys are all a few years older than me. I was born in '97, and I still remember this stuff. And it's like people born in year 2000, like what? Huh? It's like what the hell?
Well, there's people born like in like 2010 or whatever like that. They are born with
God.
like the smartphones and stuff. So
Oh yeah, dude. Doofus has had a smartphone attached to his face for like his entire life, and he's 8. 8? Is he 8? How the hell old is he?
There are second graders
I
with
was there when he got
iPhones.
born. But yeah, like the other day, like I picked him up and we were going out to. I was like, "All right, dude, we're gonna do this and this." I had some cool shit planned, and he was like, "I forgot my phone," and it was like life ended for him. It's like, dude, you're 8. When I was 8, I wasn't worried about playing a phone or Nintendo or anything. I was out playing baseball and stuff with my friends. You know why? Because we actually interacted with each other.
Let's see. I was 8 in 1996, so I was playing Super Nintendo.
yes, I was 8 in 93.
I was watching Power Rangers in 93.
I
Playing
was 8 in
PS2
1991.
PS2 and City League baseball and Star Wars figures.
Nice.
Now, Jeff, you mentioned that song in the club, Information Society. Very good song. Good artist, good band.
So he had the little piece of hair from the girl, I assume from the club. I assume he killed her or just took the hair.
Her head will show up in his freezer in a few minutes. Spoiler.
Gotcha.
So that was her head. I was always wondering if that was the same woman.
Yeah.
You guys ever see that episode?
Puzzle very wrong too.
Have you ever seen an episode of It's Always Sunny where they find all the heads in the neighbor's freezer?
I have not got to that episode yet.
Oh.
I'm recording it on 2 different channels, FXX and Vice. So FXX circled back around to where they started from the beginning, but Vice is still in like season like 10. So I was watching from the beginning up to like season 5 on the one channel, and now I'm getting like the 10 through 12 on the other channel. The last couple of seasons have kind of sucked. There's a few gems, but
Of what show?
It's Always Sunny.
The last season, season 12, has some stinkers, but overall, I still like the show.
Yeah, like there was a couple like the making Dennis Reynolds a murderer thing. I didn't understand it because I hadn't seen the part where he actually got married in an earlier season. But then I saw that episode; it made sense.
Oh, Marine Ponderosa.
Yeah,
giant cell phones.
Kaylin the Alien. I was still in the Muffin 93.
Some ways we all were. Like right now, I've got on my DVR, I've got just about all of season 11, parts of season 9. I've Mac Days on there. I watched Mac Day before I hated it. It was awful. And a couple of episodes from season 7. So I'm almost up through season. I've pretty much cycled all the way around to where I've seen just about everything except the last season, with the exception of a few episodes here and there.
You just got to go for all of them and watch them, because it's like with the Bond stuff. When you guys inspired me to pick up that box set, God, I'd probably Brown Bunny. Two movies a night.
Oh God.
And hey, Jeff, he's a collector
Brown
too.
Bunny.
Acid Blade 21 says, I was born in 1990. I know what you guys are talking about. Didn't have video games until I was 10. Ooh, so you were a PlayStation 2 era kid.
Yeah, about to say.
Dude, when I was 5 years old, I got an NES for Christmas. Yeah, that was a great Christmas.
I remember that.
Okay, now
Turning
right
Burnick says, damn, I'm old. I was 8 in 1976.
Jeez.
Well,
hey, Joel.
Dude, hey, to make you feel better, in 1976, Brian Lape was 112.
Yeah, he ages really well, just because he just
Sucks
drinks
the
blood all
souls of children.
That too.
just think he was there for the end of the Old West. He is
Yeah.
Brian
Brian Lape was a child when the Declaration of Independence was. Brown Bunny.
Was stolen by Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Wait, Kendo. Brown Bunny eating Blue Bunny.
Oh,
We should make a drinking game out of this movie. Every time Chloe Savigny's on the scene, you drink, not beer, but Brown Bunny.
Oh shit,
Dude, I remember when Brandon and I went and fucking rented that movie. So like we knew I read a thing on the internet about her ruining her career because she was in the Brown Bunny. So we're like, we gotta see how bad this movie really is. And we were watching it and it was just so awful. It was just a terrible movie.
It's worse than her haircut.
Yes, and it was like, God, this movie is just awful.
Nothing is worse than Gummo.
Then what?
Gummo.
Oh
Marx?
no, the movie.
Oh, they're talking about Gummo Marx. I'm like, he was never really in anything. But yeah, we were just like, it was a slog to get through that movie. And then we get to the end where it's like, then we're like, oh, so this is why people stopped casting her in movies.
Now, Jeff, his line earlier about, well, you can always be thinner, look better. That's kind of my workout motto, I guess. I can always be better. It's kind of he's got
18 months and you're gonna start chopping up people, man. I'm telling you, 18 months.
No, goddamn. There's like, you take out, like, the cool thing about this movie is, you know, his confidence. He's got a comfy job. You know, he's doing what he's doing. He's making some big money. If the man was mentally sound, he'd be a cool person. He'd be American James Bond. He'd be, I don't know,
American
Jason.
Trent.
Oh God.
In the
Hey, I don't have
book,
that-
it alludes
that
to
kind
him
of money.
killing the girlfriend Beth that he mentions once with this nail gun.
Oh.
I think he sticks a rat inside of her, like living body, to torture her.
Oh, is that okay? That's that scene. Okay.
Yeah, it's in the
Wait.
book. It's not in the movie.
A rat?
Yeah, you'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I've heard about this scene, and I'm just like, there's no way they would have been able to put it in the movie. There's no way.
So like in the scene, he shoots her to the ground with a nail gun or something to that effect, and maces her a bunch of times, and then like orally rapes her while she's maced, and then like maces her again, sprays mace in her mouth. He pretty much sprays mace in every orifice to see what would happen. Shoots her a few more times with the nail gun, and then I believe puts a rat. He cuts her open and puts a rat inside of her, and like stuffs it in there just to like see what it's pretty fucking awful, but awesome at the same time, but awful. Very descriptive book. A very, very descriptive book. Bret Easton Ellis is either like a lunatic or just a very brilliant descriptive writer. I'm thinking lunatic.
Yeah, probably.
Brown Bunny.
I will say this movie then pre-Tame. I think they got enough of the essence of the book then, but they knew what they had to do. Not put a rat in somebody.
Yeah, once you start going that direction, I mean, it's all bets are up. Brown Bunny.
Once
It's getting to that point where it's kind of like in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas when Benicio del Toro is in the bathtub and he's just going, "What rabbit?
Oh gosh.
That's kind of where it's, every time she's on screen, it's just like Brown Bunny. I'm having a good time.
Once Stuart Little crawls up someone's ass, it's game over. You can't put that scene in.
Starring Michael J. Fox.
Oh jeez.
It's true. He was the voice of Stuart Little. Who was the dad? Was it the dad from
Hugh Laurie?
Hugh Laurie, okay.
His house. Gina Davis was the mom.
Oh yeah.
Jonathan Lipnicki, the Jerry Maguire kid.
Kalen Alien says, that sounds like a snuff film. Kendo, you okay, man?
Now, this restaurant reminds me a lot like the place I went to have lunch on Thursday.
Rub it in.
No, it was a little smaller. It was see, first thing we sat down, the superior asked what we were doing for work that day. We said it and goes, oh, okay, great. It's now a business lunch. It's on them.
That's awesome.
Went to leave the tip. Oh no, the company's got the tip. Yay. But you can kind of see Bateman as the movie goes on. He gets unhinged. You can start seeing him sweating more, not looking as sharp.
You guys like the Boondock Saints?
It's okay. I've watched it a couple times. There was a whole documentary done about Troy Duffy and how he totally messed up, and he got blacklisted in Hollywood and just shown the door.
Yeah, I've heard that rumor, or that I've seen that documentary too about how he was just insufferable the whole time.
Yeah, because he wanted to talk to I think Harvey Weinstein at the time, and he yelled and screamed at the secretary.
Oh,
And,
Harvey Weinstein. You mean God, according to Meryl Streep.
Oh, jeez. Because he did that, everybody just started like slowly just ghosting him and stuff. So yeah, it was weird.
Well, he had Charlie Sheen come out and say how he's been blacklisted from Hollywood.
Well, that's because he has AIDS.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Charlie Sheen.
He hasn't been in a movie I've liked in a long fucking time.
He did a 9/11 movie with like Whoopi Goldberg and stuff like that. When I saw the trailer, I thought it was a joke, but it was like really horribly done. It was
Whoopi Goldberg is a joke.
She is
true.
a joke.
I mean, unless it's Sister Act, I don't care.
Oh come on, dude! Sister Act 2 was lit.
God, Charlie Sheen. He did some good stuff in the '80s. I mean, you had Platoon, you had Wall Street. That little spot in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah,
he had Major League in 1990, and I enjoyed 2.5 Men with Charlie Sheen in it.
I didn't care for it. I watched a few episodes. Sitcoms. Yeah, I watched a few episodes and I thought I was like, yeah, it's okay. But I mean, like, sitcoms have about a 5-season shelf life for me because after that it becomes, then they drag it on too long. Like same thing with like Big Bang Theory or even like 2.5 Minutes.
Big Bang has gone from whatever, kind of just a nerdy exploitation to now it's crap. But now 2.5 Men for the first, like you said, Nick, 4 or 5 seasons, I thought was kind of unique. It was fun. It was what it was. It was funny. It made me laugh. It did its job. Then the next like 4 he was on, it was just repetitive, same old, same old. And then he got canned or replaced Ashton Kutcher. It was like, well, now this shit just sucks. And
yes, it did. It was awful. I actually got into that show because of my grandmother. Yeah, my grandma got me into 2.5 Men. She's like, you got to watch this show. It's really fun. It was like the 2nd season. She was, I was watching with your grandfather because he really liked it the first season, and he would have loved this season even more if he was still around to see it, and blah, 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 blah. I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And I watched it. I was like, God damn, this is pretty funny. She goes, it's Charlie Sheen playing himself. I'm like, I fucking love Charlie Sheen.
I love Charlie Sheen. Denise Richards was the guest star twice.
Oh, jeez.
Dregs, you get a special shout out. Yeah, Money Talks is better than everything else he's ever done. Vic Damone Jr., Junior Walker Jr.,
Sammy that Davis Jr. Men at Work is the best thing Charlie Sheen's ever done.
I don't care about that movie.
Hot Shots 1 and Part
2. I have a double feature DVD of those movies. I love them.
Same here.
I love them both. They're so
here, Nick.
They're good. I think when I went home to Tennessee for a little bit, they were still on cable, like still coming up every day. Watch it all the time, man. Love that movie. It's a part of my childhood. I love both of them. They're great.
007 Cloud says playing with Jurassic Park toys and Godzilla toys in '96. Also, Maximum Carnage and Separation Anxiety on Sega. That sounds like a good 1996.
I don't even remember 1996.
Oh, what's going on there?
Hey, Nick.
What's up, man?
We are approaching the enemy toast. You mean coast, sir? You know what I had for breakfast? Nah, Lloyd.
No. The thing I love is when he puts the handkerchief through both of his ears.
Or when the one guy had to do a blood transfusion, the one guy like shrinks.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there's so many like I love those movies because they do this wonderful thing where like in the foreground something serious is happening, and then in the background where you see there's some joke happening, and I love that so much. I love when they do that.
Or like in the second one where he goes to break out Rowan Atkinson, he goes, "You're American, yes, from America." And then one thing I like is like, okay, so Charlie Sheen, right? He had a bunch of power early on in 2.5 Men. He brought in John Cryer, who was in Hot Shots Part 1, to be Alan. And
they're real life friends.
Yeah, I mean, and and then they brought in the guy that played Herb, who was in Hot Shots Part 2. Yep, bring him in for 2.5 Men. That one scene where they're trying to invade Sodom's prison, and remember when they get to the gate, and he goes, "Blow it," I can't. It's not my property. Just blow it. It's like a fucking like you can crawl over the damn thing.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. It's funny.
Kids,
and
if you're
I
listening
like
at home and you don't know who Saddam is, it's Saddam Hussein. He was the dictator of Iraq, and we deposed him and killed him.
Yeah.
And we I remember watching his statue get toppled live.
I remember
That
watching his
dates.
trial, and then when the news popped up that he was going to be executed, I thought they were going to show it live, but they didn't. But I looked up a video on YouTube anyway.
And it leaked.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and
I seen the dictator hanged.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
let's
the
get
kid-
back to the movie.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? It's totally disease free.
Yeah, speaking of hanging, he's about to hang some dong on these chicks.
Yeah. He put some, I guess, drugs or some powder into the wine, and this,
Yeah,
With this chick.
he was roofing chicks before it was a thing.
Now, you guys, I cannot be Bateman because I do not have a blue shirt with a white collar. That's reserved to Pat Bateman and
$55.
Robert Kraft.
I mean, you could trade in 3 of those action figures you bought and get one.
That's true. That's true.
Somewhere.
I don't think Proxima
Buy
Midnight's that
Christmas.
important. Go full yuppie, man.
Chick on chick.
6 turning 4 burning. Charlie was in Red Dawn, the good one.
Yes, he was.
Yep, I remember that. I used to watch that a lot too.
Wolverine.
Also starring C. Thomas Howell, who was famous for putting on blackface.
Is that why he's famous?
He's not
no,
famous.
but he got famous. Let's just say he got his name in the papers because of that.
Gotcha.
You mean the
Good or
outsider?
bad,
Patrick
still getting publicity.
and Mr. Patrick Swayze for Roadhouse being famous, and honestly, see Thomas Howell. Now you bring that name up. He was in Gettysburg.
Yes, he was, and he also reprised the role in Gods and Generals.
Those are two, Kendo. I love you, man. History buff like myself. Those are two very long but very good movies. Very
Dude,
well done.
You want to talk about long? I saw Gods and Generals in at the Waterford Township Movie Theater, and it was like a 4.5-hour ordeal. And I was there with like 6 other people, and they were all really old. I walked out of it going, "Wow, that was a movie."
It was. I mean, it wasn't as good as I did like Robert Duvall as Robert E. Lee over Martin Sheen, but that's about it.
Yeah,
Gettysburg was the superior movie.
far superior movie, and it
I
had
remember-
Jeff Daniels before he was Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, it was. That was like his big break, I guess. And then you had. I told someone because I watched it on July 3rd because of the Pickett's Charge being that day, the anniversary. Someone said, well, "Wait, what's Gettysburg? Like you never heard of the Battle of Gettysburg?" I was,
Wow,
"Oh, what was that?" And it was in the Civil War, I was like, "What?" It was a scene in Captain America: Civil War. I was like, "Jesus Christ, you got me!"
That's when you ring the bell and you say "retard alert," like in South Park.
I was thinking it. I was thinking it, Kendo.
Oh, he's biting her. Oh my God, it's about to be the best scene in the movie. This whole sequence is great. When he runs up and he grabs her and he like bites
Hey,
her
wait,
Like that,
hey,
Kathleen Kennedy.
Hey, where did he bite her?
all over.
The neck.
Dead hookers.
No, Nick. He bit her lips.
Die yuppie scum.
The Yuppie Scum. Is that a German band?
Yes. Die yuppie scum. Die
Wait,
yuppie scum.
There you go.
No, it's not the best part yet. It's getting there, but this part, the coming up is. All right, so this is about to get really good.
Wait. Yeah. Now, Jeff,
Th-
Yuppie Scum. Is their lead singer by chance Carl Hungus?
Yeah.
Nah, he was an Autobahn.
After Autobahn didn't take off, that's what he did.
This doesn't actually happen in the book because she never gets out of the apartment. But God, this is my favorite scene in the movie. Just the visual. The visual is what's the best part.
Because you can see it's now daylight. You can see a little bit the sun has risen, and it's just this crazy half naked chick running around screaming. And
No, it's
crazy.
naked Batman covered in blood, but bright white sneakers. He took the time to put on bright white shiny sneakers and run through this apartment naked, covered in blood, with a chainsaw blaring.
I don't know.
to be
why.
fair, he was wearing them when he was with the 2 chicks, but he put those on for that.
Hang on. He's zeroing in his target.
Stay on
Wait
target.
Yep, he's
Stay on
zeroing
target.
it in. He's zeroing
Whenever-
in. Yep.
Stay on target.
Yep.
I have you
And
now.
I got it. We locked in and
Woohoo!
score.
I love the laugh.
Yeah. And he got her, which I'm sure if you had a chainsaw dropped on you from that height would suck. However, once you let go of the trigger, the chain stops spinning.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I was about to say it wouldn't cut her like that.
No, it wouldn't cut straight through her because unless he taped down the hand brake and the trigger and the dead man switch, I mean it's possible, but
Patrick
not likely.
Bateman's a bad artist.
Yeah, EVS is ashamed of you, Bateman.
I'm ashamed.
Now, Jeff.
That's not how you draw a gay frog.
Now, Jeff, NECA did make a Bateman figure, and that thing has gone up in price recently.
Yeah, all the old NECA figures are expensive now.
My
looking at the
Pennywise
Bruce
is
Willis one I
supposed to
did.
show up by end of day Monday, but it's already in Earth City, which means it's close, so I should have it tomorrow. I'm excited.
Nice.
I think I'm going to celebrate by showing Doofus it on Wednesday because it's his last day of summer break, and he's really wanting to do something cool. And I promised to build him his Titanic model thing he's got going on, but I'm going to be like, hey, you know what? We'll build that, but we're going to watch it because you've been asking me about this a lot. Now, we're going to watch this, and then you're going to go home with your mom tonight, and then you got to go to school tomorrow, so good luck. I was 7 when I saw Pet Sematary. It wrecked me for a couple of months because we had cats, but you know what? I think he can handle it. He won't. It's going to be awful, but he's not my problem at that point. He's my problem between 12 and 8.
Okay, now Reese Witherspoon, judge her in this movie. How good of a judge?
She mailed it in.
Yeah.
Was she ever that great of an actress to start with?
No,
though?
I don't think so.
She never was.
I mean,
She's aged really well, though, and her daughter looks exactly like her.
Oh,
Yeah,
how old is she, Kendo?
I don't know. Probably.
You didn't
about
say anything
18.
bad. You said looks exactly like her.
Yeah, I'm not Dustin.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and that they're exactly why I said all those months ago.
It's a Michigan
Dustin
thing. Must be in the
but
water.
good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's pretty decent looking. She's done rom-coms and everything like that, but like she's not been like an A-list actress or anything, and she doesn't really sell movies or bring in ticket sales.
To.
She was great in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Wait,
Oh
guys,
yeah,
so,
she did.
Yeah,
wait,
she was a big deal
those,
for a
those
while.
are gone. Those are gone. And so is World Trade Center 7.
I already made that joke.
I know. I'm just pointing out World Trade Center 7 was there as well.
Dude, that's pretty insensitive. A lot of people died in that.
Hey, I remember watching as a 3-year-old. It's
No, you don't.
Yeah, that's good for you.
Yes.
Okay, my college was shut down that day, and this didn't happen in the book.
The best part where he runs through the building.
When he feeds a cat.
No, the whole keep feeding the cat thing that never shows up in the book.
Oh,
Now, wait. So
Oh,
Dustin.
yes, that
So
shows
wait,
up.
guys, Dustin's from Michigan.
Yes,
yeah,
Ah, damn it.
he
I
still
better watch
lives
out.
there.
yeah.
Oh shit.
I
By
love
the
the
way,
slave's
he's
reaction.
totally rocking a Glock 21.
Oh damn.
Same Glock I have.
I honestly I thought it was kind of funny when he just like looks over and just pops her. I don't know. She was getting his business.
Yeah, she was sticking her nose where it didn't belong, and he promptly shot it off. I like when he gets frustrated and gets to the end and just fucking kicks
He
the
kicks
car.
it. Yeah.
He's just like that. Damn it. Bang. Yep, right there, the Porsche.
It's not like Grand Theft Auto, Pat. I'm sorry.
No.
Now, to me, this isn't. I know some people say this is like a horror movie, and when you go to horror conventions, you'll see a lot of American Psycho stuff. There's nothing horror about this at all. This movie's just, to me, dark
Nothing
comedy.
scary.
Yeah, it's a
It's
dark
very
comedy.
dark.
It's more of a thriller than anything else, I think.
This whole scene is where I realized something was up with the storytelling in the movie, and it probably wasn't a realistic depiction.
First
Yeah,
off, he should be out of bullets.
He should be, yes.
yeah,
Well,
those
it's
cards are
close. I
going to
wasn't
explode
counting.
like that.
I mean, if he's got a 13-round clip, he might have been able to get off that many.
And he even looks at the gun like, what?
Yeah, that's when I was like, okay, something's up. He's not really doing these things.
Yeah, especially if somebody's shooting at cops, like they'll immediately call that in, and then like the whole squad will be there. So
Remember, this was 1988, though, so technology is a little different.
Yeah, it's like Grand Theft Auto. The cops didn't respond as fast.
that's true.
True. And it's like, remember 1988, let's say about the police force. I mean, I know it's New York, but There's a New York version of
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry, I always laugh at that part. Burning the midnight oil. He reaches in his pocket like he's grabbing a pen, bang, and just runs out of the building into the other one, which aren't there anymore. R.I.P.
But hey, guys, there's a New York
That's how you
Dwayne
do
T.
it, John.
Robinson running around, and he's incompetent as hell, and he's dead.
The real question is, if Patrick Bateman was real, would he have survived 9/11? I would like to think so, because I figured he'd be late to work.
Because he's returning videotapes still?
Yeah. He's either returning videotapes or coming down or doing his 1,000 crunches or whatever the heck it is.
Getting his laundry done. His dry cleaning.
So he would have been late to work that day, so he wouldn't have been that high up when everything went down. Literally and figuratively.
Okay.
That's when Alex Jones hijacks the stream, gets back on YouTube and goes, "The frogs are all gay."
No, don't bring him up because they're censoring people. Like left and right. They cut out people with 2 million subscribers, so don't talk about that kind of stuff right now.
It's a sensitive time.
Yeah,
H3H3. So yeah, let's just no politic jokes anymore. Let's just get to this movie stream.
I wasn't talking about that one. I was talking about the other person with those initials. I know the guy.
AJ Styles, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good for that world, that fan base. They love him.
Yeah, we do. But the rest of wrestling sucks. Well, WWE wrestling.
Yeah. I'm a fan of The Rock, but I just never got into wrestling personally. So
Wacky.
God, this whole call to the lawyer.
Yeah. He just said, he killed his girlfriend with a nail gun.
Yep.
Back with the dog. There's reference. You mentioned Kendo.
Yep. Hey, Nick, if you want, I'll bring the book to Indianapolis. You can borrow it.
No, man, I'll get
He's
a
not
copy.
gonna have any time to read while we're there.
Not while we're there to take home.
I can get a copy, man. I know how to use Amazon.
But this one's free, and it's mine. So it's like special.
That's true.
007 Cloud says, "Use the Force, Patrick."
Yeah. Ray did. She would have got away with all these crimes.
Because she can't do anything wrong. Ever. Damn it. Maybe 40.
Every time you say Ray, I still think of Ray from Ghostbusters.
It's either that or Ray from Trailer Park Boys.
No, for me, it's always either Ray. When I hear Ray, I think about Star Wars Ray, or it's Ray Kinsella from Field of Dreams.
That's a great movie.
Oh wow.
Is that the what's his face Ray Liotta character?
No,
Ray
Ray Kinsella is the farmer, Kevin Costner.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
Ray
one of those.
Liotta plays one of the players.
Joe Jackson.
Yep.
If you build
So it's just got James Earl Jones in it.
Yep, he was Moonlight Graham. I think.
Oh no, Moonlight Graham was God. What was the guy's actor's name? Older guy.
That's right.
Trying to think of the guy's name was.
James Earl Jones was the blind guy that the kids hit the baseball into his yard in the field.
Sandlot?
That's right. Yeah.
That was Sandlot. Yeah.
Totally different movie.
It's a great movie though.
James Earl Jones was Terrence Mann in Field of Dreams.
Yes, Field of Dreams is one of those movies for kids listening at home that's actually acceptable to kind of get a little moist-eyed when you're watching it and blame, dust.
No, only T2.
No, I mean, yes, T2, but towards at the very end of Field of Dreams, you could be kind of like, God damn it, a little dusty in here. My allergies are bothering me.
Hey, Dad, you want to play catch? God damn it!
You want to have a catch, you savage?
Okay, I'm sorry. I haven't seen it in a few months.
I wonder if Channel Dad Brian Lape would respond positively.
No, because he would just scream something in stupid German and be like, and you'd be like, shut up.
You want to make me a breaded veal cutlet for breakfast? No.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What was that about beer and sausage?
And schnitzel?
Yeah.
Beer and protein bars?
Yeah, sure. Beer and Wurst. I got it. You kraut.
I love how they're showing this like it's a normal day. Like it's just all these smooth
normal
shots.
day in the life of Bateman, the slasher.
Like he kind of has a nervous breakdown. It's just like, well, it happens every few months, and I go back to work.
Would you guys like another fun fact?
Yes, please.
All right. So the fun fact coming up is he's going to open this up, and there's this lady going to be in here, and she's going to confront him. That's Mary Herron, the director.
No way.
I did not know that.
Nor did I. I didn't realize Mary Herron was so old.
Well, I mean, I think you're supposed to say aged. That's the appropriate nomenclature, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the age is not the problem here.
We should be watching that.
So who's the director?
Fire it up right after this.
I wish I could. I got shit to do tomorrow.
Yeah, so do I. I got to work 16 hours.
Really? 16 hours?
Yeah, got to be up at 5:30.
Does your job allow that? That's a,
Working both of them tomorrow, bud.
Oh, you're working both tomorrow.
A 16 at one job. Damn. But yeah,
well, I pulled that before. I've opened, and the closer was an irresponsible prick, and I was like, "Shall stay." So
I did that too.
That's why management loves me.
Okay, is that woman the director, or was the other one in the blue shirt?
No,
okay,
her. Yep, right there.
Yep. That's
okay.
right.
And this is what leads into one of the theories about the movie that we'll discuss after it's over.
Oh,
now, one thing I wonder if the book sets that up as well, or just the movie.
The book sets it up too, but I mean, it's kind of one of those things that you could read the book and have your own ideas about what's going on, but at the same time, you could watch the movie and have different ideas, but the same ideas. Oh, it's a Supergirl commercial. We all know what happened to Melissa Benoist. I learned about that from the channel.
But see, I like how she goes, don't make any trouble, please. I suggest you go. And then, really creepily backs off. It's almost like, I don't know, maybe her people found the bodies and cleaned it up because she's trying to make a profit and only give a shit. I don't know. That'd be one way to spin it, but.
Or you could just wait until I explain what the theory is.
Okay. I'm interested.
This is also how whenever my friend and Brandon and I have ever called each other or message each other with something crazy like going on where we need something done, even if it's like something mundane and pointless, it's always like, hey, I need help.
As pointless as mundane, Matt?
I'm going to sidestep that for right now because I promised I would.
We're always listening to on his Walkman. What's his post-raging soundtrack?
Slayer!
Okay.
God, this storm is crazy here.
How bad is it?
It's pretty bad, so...
It's probably the stuff we had earlier today. Everything was all nice outside, and then around noon, there was this big old wall of dark gray and lots of booms, and it was going east.
Shit. Must have just ducked south of me then.
So, Jeff, you're probably getting what I dealt with around noon.
It's not fun, especially with the way this neighborhood's set up with the internet connections.
Yeah, I had that happen to me yesterday.
Bunch of people on the same land. I know how that is. All the hillbillies sharing the same Wi-Fi. Damn hillbillies.
At least we're not sharing the same Wi-Fi. I have a 45-digit code.
Good. Can't trust hillbillies.
That's how mine used to be. I had a 64 character password. I had to message people all the time. I had it in a notepad. It was really secure.
Same here.
At Dion's sister's house, the code is underneath the router, but it's so long no one will ever remember it.
Oh, jeez.
I can't believe how fast this movie goes by.
It really never drags on.
No, it does not. It does. There's no lull. It doesn't drag. There's always something going on. So, especially after that current scene, you're just kind of trying to figure out now what's going on.
But that's the magic of it too, because once
is that all you ever have to contribute, Nick? Is what's for fucking dinner?
Whoa, take it easy, kiddo. No shiatsu this morning.
Hey, touch me again, you'll be bringing back a stump.
Take it easy, buddy. Ah, good old lawyer. Now, is his lawyer Harold or Howard? We're gonna find out here, I guess, in the subtitles. But
That feeds into another theory. So how you know the movie's good. You really don't really completely know what's going on, but there's lots of people's ideas. Of course, then they could have came up with a sequel where Snow gets killed and they don't tell you who Bateman's parents are, and it just totally destroys the previous movie. Those are bad theories.
Yeah, that's why Mila Kunis is in it.
Yeah.
God damn it, Kendo,
Well, see, that's the thing about the American Psycho 2. She's supposedly a victim that he killed but didn't kill, and so to get back at him, she kills other people. It's just dumb. So dumb. It's such a terrible movie.
Wait, isn't Captain Kirk in that movie?
Yeah,
I don't know, but if you ever watch what's that movie with Vanderbeek?
Oh shoot!
Dawson's Creek.
No, that was a TV show. No, it was a movie
Varsity
that came
Blues?
out, like no, it was Vanderbeek and that Shannon Sosama chick that was like a hot thing for like about a movie or two.
Give me
And
a
then,
second. Rules of Attraction.
Yes, that's another Bret Easton Ellis book, and supposedly Vanderbeek's character is the younger brother of Patrick Bateman.
Yeah.
007 Cloud.
I hated that movie the first time I saw it too, but then I liked it the second time. So I got it.
007 Cloud says, "Whoops, I'm 8 minutes behind. That joke was from when Bateman was aiming the chainsaw." That's okay, 007 Cloud.
Yeah, we can't all be hip.
Hip.
But can we be
Da-da-da-da.
square?
Only if you live in Michigan.
No, you drink poisoned water there.
And have to watch a losing fucking franchise play football.
That's a very true statement. Not to mention their baseball team.
Yeah, Tigers ain't doing too good.
They got to the World Series in 2006, though.
They did.
What happened?
80. They won it in 84.
Yeah, but what happened in 2006? I don't remember.
I think they lost out. I forget what team it was, but I was so young. I don't know. It was 84, man. Hey,
Somebody in the comment section could tell me who the Tigers lost to in 2006. I'd greatly appreciate it.
Was it the Mariners?
I don't know, but it was in 5 games, and the Mariners are in the American League, so how could they have lost?
Oh, shit, not the Mariners. God damn it.
Back
our
to the
friend,
movie.
Our friend Cecil67's back. He says, "Can't change my name back. This is all your fault."
Well, just create another account. There's people with like 15 accounts and messages.
So can you tell us what just happened right now in the movie?
So, okay. Hang on, Brown Bunny. So what happened? So the thought, all right, there's 2 schools of thought in this one. And the main one kind of focuses around, or so there's 2 schools. Number 1, Bateman is a lunatic. He's crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's become so, you know how they talk about like how like schizophrenics actually believe the stuff that they're seeing is really happening?
Yeah.
And so they'll come up to you and tell you about, oh my God, dude, there was a car wreck and I died and somebody got their head decapitated. You're like, what are you talking about, dude? That didn't happen. Like the news would have covered that, but they believe it. And then the other school of thought is that in this time period with all these people that the lawyer just truly mistaken him for somebody else. And he's got so many clients that are on his payroll that he literally has no idea who this guy is and actually confuses them with somebody else. Those are the 2 like accepted theories of people that like analyze this movie to like a huge extent, and the book is that he either A, honestly thought he was somebody else and because he's got so many clients, or B, Bateman's just an idiot and is confused.
Well, I mean, that can't work because like he talked about the phone call and he knew who the guy, like he said,
right.
So
He thought he was. Well, see, the thing is, he thought he says he goes, oh my God, that was a great joke. Because Patrick Bateman, because that's another thing is, okay, so that's a third one, sorry, that Patrick Bateman is such, and this will feed into what I'm going to discuss after the movie's over, is that Bateman really is just like this total, essentially an 80s cuck that would never pull such shenanigans, and to say Bateman did it would just be, it'd be like if I called Jeff, like, oh my God, so Nick went on this crazy streak and he killed all these people and he drove his car straight into a building and he broke a bunch of Coca-Cola bottle over people's head. Jeff would be like, okay, that's not Nick. He's so chill that,
but he's such a happy
Prozac
camper.
wants to know how he does it.
Now, here's the other thing though I noticed. Like, remember how Detective Kimball mentions, we thought we saw, Paul in London, but it turns out that
I've got explanations.
This person mistook a Herbert Ainsworth for Paul. It could be that Harold, his lawyer, mistook Harold Ainsworth for Paul. So what's the theory to that one? Because that one would prove that he actually did do it.
So here's all right. So the Paul Allen theory, or the Paul Owen theory in the book, is this. So Bateman, as we have seen in the movie, is obsessed with Paul Allen, at least in the beginning of it. So when we get to the apartment at the end, and it's completely like there's all this mayhem and dead prostitutes and blood everywhere. But then when he goes back, it's completely whitewashed and cleaned. So the one theory that is out there is that Paul Allen is the one that's really committing all these crimes and doing this stuff. And Bateman just is so obsessed with him that he kind of assumes the role of being Paul Allen and saying that, Paul Allen's doing this, but I'm doing it. And since he's from such a high society family, Paul Allen, that his family has, discovered these things because he's done these things and then disappeared, that they whitewashed his crimes to keep it out of the headlines and out of the publicity because they don't want to be connected with it and they don't want their son connected with it. And so they did everything they could to keep it out of the papers. And it's really Paul Allen that's committed all these horrible crimes. And Bateman is just so obsessed with him and wanting to be like him that he pretends it's actually him doing it and instead of Paul Allen.
And that's why, even though Allen's already left for London, supposedly he's disappeared, been hidden, a few years later, he's envisioning him killing the two in the apartment, but it was already taken care of and cleaned up. Damn. Okay, that's possible.
Yeah, that's the theory I threw out that totally it worked today when he was like
that's the kind of mind fuck
so
this movie can pull out.
Here's the theory right here. And he was just I should have duct taped his head because it would have helped all the pieces together when his mind blew. But yes, that is one of the accepted theories. So one of the scenes that they don't show in the movie, and so there's a scene where he goes to the zoo and he stabs a kid in the neck and then backs away to watch his mayhem ensue. And people scream, "Is there a doctor? Is there a doctor?" He steps forward and claims he's a doctor and then sits over the top of the kid and kind of helps the kid bleed out. And then afterwards, he comes to the conclusion that he'd rather kill adults than children.
Okay.
He turned a corner.
I had heard about the kids scene, but I didn't know what the details were.
Yeah, essentially, it's if I remember correctly, he's got like a switchblade, and he tries to get this. He essentially entices a child away from his mom, and he reaches out and he just sticks the thing up against his neck and pushes the button, if I remember correctly, and just right into the kid's neck, and then slinks away into the darkness, and then the kid just drops and is grabbing at his neck and bleeding out, and people are like, "Oh my god, is there a doctor here?" And he steps forward, he's like, "I'm a doctor," and walks up and just kind of presses on to help the kid bleed out, and then afterwards is like, "Yeah, killing kids isn't as fun as adults."
624 Burning says the NFL has 3 teams in Florida. They all suck.
That's a true statement.
Yep.
Although Jacksonville is better than they've been in the past. So they could maybe surprise, but the Dolphins and the Buccaneers are not.
Yeah, the Jacksonville Jaguars, led by the great Blake Bortles.
I was just reading more about these Bret Easton Ellis books, because Less Than Zero. I like that movie quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a Robert Downey Jr. film.
And it's oddly prophetic of his life in the future.
Yeah, but he straightens himself out.
Yeah, in the movie, he just dies.
You could say that he got some iron in his spine.
Get out.
Shut up. That movie's awful. Why did you bring that up again?
Okay, well, what's worse, that or Shaggy Dog? What are we going to do?
I'd rather watch Shaggy Dog than Get Out any day.
It's got Tim Allen. It's got Tim Allen in it. It's got Mike Baxter.
They're talking about the original Shaggy Dog movies.
Oh, wait, hold on. Didn't Jay Lewis do those?
No.
Okay.
There's the Shaggy Day and all those other crappy movies from back in the day.
That was the 70s Disney. That essentially was the 70s Disney's movies, the Computer Wore tennis shoes with
Russell.
Yeah. Folks, that's what Disney movies really looked like back in the day. Not Star Wars.
They used to I used to watch the old ones and I liked the old ones. The old ones were
the Computer Wore tennis shoes. I saw that in elementary school one day. I thought it was the computer war as in war violence, not war as in I put on a pair of shoes today and I wore a shirt.
Yeah.
I got War and War confused, and I was like, "Oh yeah, dude, we're gonna watch a movie about war. This is gonna be awesome." In like the 4th grade. No, it was a Kurt Russell movie, and I oddly liked it. And then a couple years later, Tombstone came out, and I watched it with my dad. I was like, "God, this movie is amazing."
Yeah. I love Kurt Russell.
Kendo, you're all Huckleberry.
Dude, I've got a T-shirt that my dad, who was on a Western excursion over the last month, brought me back from Tombstone because he was there, and it says, "I'm your Huckleberry, Tombstone, Arizona." I'm wearing it to Horror Hound, and then I'll change to the World Class Bullshit shirt that Jeff is providing me. But I'm totally wearing that shirt or a suit, one of the two. I haven't decided yet. Jeff, should I wear a suit?
Pinstripe.
I don't have a pinstripe suit. It's a gray suit. It's
A
nice.
suit with Converse.
I can do that. I've got great Converse that will match the suit.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, I know.
Very fancy.
I'm a man of many Converse. Although somebody was wearing some aqua teal ones today, and I'm like, wow, I've never seen those before. I don't have those. But their shoe size was too small, so I didn't kill them and take them.
Anyways.
Haircuts and matching shoes and facial scrubs. What an interesting conversation.
Hey, I know how to look semi-stylish. I just choose not to most of the time because I ain't trying to impress anybody.
Don't forget that very well-scented aftershave.
The aftershave lotion.
Brian Lape chimed in with the 1959 Shaggy Dog was good.
Wow.
I saw the reboot. Well, Lape, you were 24 years old in 1959.
That's a lie. He was actually 48.
Oh man!
Did you collect Social Security at 48 in 1959, Lape? Because you outlived polio.
What was it like to live through the Spanish-American War? Did Teddy Roosevelt really come through in the papers the way he has in the history books?
Lape, what did Jesus look like? Did he really look like the way we've depicted him now?
How did you survive the plague?
Okay, yeah. How did George Patton really deal with not being involved in D-Day? Was he disturbed?
Did you participate in killing Caesar?
Yeah. What was the Renaissance like, and did you partake in the Enlightenment?
Should we just call him and have him on the stream?
Of course.
All right, Holdo's Muff. Time for bed. Thanks for the stream, guys. Holdo's Muff, thank you for everything.
Thanks, buddy.
Holdo's
Muff,
thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, and my stream is strong.
Thank you for taking that suicide run to the First Order Fleet, you bitch.
That was a terrible movie and a slightly redeeming scene, and you could hear all about it in episode 102 of World Class Bullshitters that we recorded right after we watched the movies.
Which was the first episode I ever watched.
Well, at least it was a decent one. Yeah. Who all was on that?
Phil, me, you, Phil, Nick, and Dion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never just discussed The Last Jedi with Dustin.
That's because you know where it's going. Although that picture you sent the other day, I thought he was about to die.
Yeah, me too, man.
All fair.
No, Jeff. The reason he loved it so much, he thought it was called The Last Dick.
That was actually the last episode Phil's ever appeared on, according to the archives.
Oh my god!
Good, I guess.
Well, he did want to appear on once after that when we saw a movie, and you were like, "No, we don't need you."
Yeah, I don't know. We got the right chemistry. Plus, one more member would ruin the Ninja Turtles dynamic.
That's right. We are a foursome. Essentially,
Lape is still alive.
Lape is like Master Splinter, but we don't listen to him because he's a crazy person that screams at us in kraut. So it works. So we've got our quartet. Anytime you get over more than 4, you slide into that Slipknot territory where you're not really cool, but people try to think you are, but you're really not.
Slipknot, Jesus.
Oh, look, we're Slipknot. We got 12 members of our band and 10 of them are drummers. Yeah, that's not going to work.
Thank you, Blue Watcher, for the compliment on the Graveyard video. It was that was a fun one.
Horror Blue Watcher.
Yeah.
Slayer.
God, that's gonna be. I wish it was too. Well, actually, I figured out which printer I'm ordering.
You're gonna say, I wish it was 2 weeks away. Like it is.
No, I wish it was 2 weeks from now, right now. But oh, there he is, Channel Dead, Brian Lape.
There we go. There we go.
See, folks, if you stuck around through the movie, now's where the fun begins. Because I really don't have to go to bed yet. I
gotta turn the screen.
I gotta be up at 5:30, but I don't care. I've done worse.
Fuck it.
That's right.
Howdy, y'all.
How's it going,
Channel Dead,
man?
Brian Lape.
Channel Dad, Brian Lape. God bless you.
Live and in person.
Woo!
Turn my camera back on.
Do it.
That's
Do
not
it.
necessary.
Arrogant bastard.
Is that a gaming chair?
X?
Yep.
Okay.
God, for a second, I thought it was one of the Bond girls from Thunderball.
I actually haven't started. This is actually another project of mine that I'm working on for like 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, our stream's dropping.
Well,
Guys,
I'll
this is
turn
the
my
best
camera off.
part.
No, there's no for real. The connection was dropping.
Oh,
Ooh, hold on.
Oh,
Yeah, that was what I meant. Not like the quality. No, like people were losing the stream.
all right.
Let's
Sorry about
see,
that.
it's still
It's
all
not your
right.
fault.
I am. All right. Well, yeah, I'm checking it right now. I can get it on my end. It's still
Blue
on.
Watcher says we're good, so
let me give it a check.
Yep.
I don't know who to blame.
Check 2.
we'll
No, that
blame
was a nice
somebody.
this morning, Jeff. That was a nice shout out to us.
Still live.
Oh, to the fan cast?
Yeah, with Chortle Games and all the origin stories of everybody.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I really
enjoyed
thought
it.
when he's asked about Dion, you were going to start. Well, he started out as a poor black child, but you didn't.
I was going to, but I didn't think anyone would get that reference.
That's such a great
Right,
reference.
on the
God,
table.
good movie.
It is a fantastic movie.
Nick, put that on the list.
What do you mean put on now?
The Jerk.
Okay.
I am.
I'll put
I
it on
got that on DVD. The
I thought I
26th
stopped screen sharing. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I heard that is it the Scream Studios? Something like that. They're doing like a Blu-ray release.
Scream Factory. Yeah, Scream Factory.
Yep, Scream Factory. Yep.
of the Jerk.
Yeah.
I gotta get it.
Yeah, they released a Dragnet on Blu-ray, which made me really happy, man. I love that movie.
Shit! I've got that on
Damn.
DVD.
No, I do too. I might splurge and get the Blu-ray just because it's just like that
Hey,
movie
Nick.
deserves it. What's up?
You want me to bring the DVD, or you could bring a digital copy to Indianapolis, and we're gonna make everybody watch Dragnet with us.
I've seen that movie.
I love that movie so much.
It's a great movie.
It's amazing.
Oh man, they got
Great
Creep Show.
Hanks in a comedic role. Ugh.
Dude, it's so good.
That movie has forever made me not understand. Like every time I see the word pagan, I in my head go,
Yeah.
people against goodness and normalcy. I'll be watching a serious history documentary about pagans, and I'll be like, people against goodness and normalcy.
Yep. Every time.
Where's their sheepskins?
Oh man, I love that movie so much.
The Virgin County Swale.
The Virgin County Swales.
Nice work, Joe.
Oh man, that movie was so memorable.
We're gonna have to just bring it on your laptop, and if there's,
I will.
We'll cruise and watch it. It'll be great. If there's
Sounds like a
cruise,
plan.
I'm gonna host the entire my part. You guys can go to the convention and be like, well, Kendo's hosting a convention up in the Coos.
Sadly, there's no jacuzzi.
Damn it!
This isn't New Orleans, Kendo.
Jeff.
Can't be New Orleans, man. All I wanted was the Coos.
Jeff. Cruising and watching is required at all bullshitter functions. That shit must happen.
I don't know because Dion and Kendo weren't wearing anything, so
That's true.
that's taking it into a category I'm not into.
Commando Coos.
I mean, it was.
They're men comfortable with their sexuality and their friendship.
It was
Nothing else is going to
but-
happen.
It was
And-
totally
and-
coozing and
and very
being
drunk.
bros and 100% plasticity between the two of us, and we were having a great time.
Well, hey,
And then the
hey,
next day, I had a bunch of weird
Yeah.
bruises from where I fell in the coos.
Well, I mean, yeah, the drunkenness is not going to make you gay. I mean, it's going to bring it out if you ever had it in you, but that didn't happen. It was
Clearly
just two
not, 'cause-
guys.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we were just.
Two guys hanging out.
Yeah,
Did you guys know that Henry Winkler played Scrooge?
I thought you were gonna say Henry
What?
Winkler died, and I was gonna be like, "Damn it!"
No, because you talked about Scream Factory or Shout Factory, so I'm on their damn website right now, looking at all the movies, and there's a picture of Henry Winkler as Scrooge.
Oh
Should
wow.
we get that for the channel?
Yeah, why not? Because I
Sure.
mean, hey,
You know, speaking of fucking of that, when I was at Target, Jeff, and I was looking at the Marvel stuff, I saw the new Mego stuff they had an end cap from Mego. They had Star Trek, and they had Happy Days, and they had the Fonz.
Yeah, remake of an old figure from 70 whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Happy Days enough to give them my money.
I've seen a handful of episodes.
hated Happy Days when I first started watching it because my afternoon routine when I got home from baseball camp was watch Alf for 2 hours.
I know, but like I'm so
God,
disappointed.
shut up.
Damn. I watched.
I'm sorry, I forgot I wasn't muted because I'm in editing and listening to other stuff.
I agree.
So anyway, I would get home from baseball camp and I'd watch Alf for 2 hours, which, Jeff, I'm sorry I wasn't there last night to help you with the Alf stuff.
Yeah, that
And
was a real problem, dude.
I understand. And I'm not going to lie. I was extremely conflicted when I was at Slayer and I saw that pop up. I'm like, I need to be there with my friends. They are dying on the hill. Right. Three of them there trying to pull something out of me. They're gonna need me, damn it. And it turns out you did. And it wasn't
God bless you, Kendo, for putting away your social obligation for us. Good God.
Because I wasn't there. But all seriousness though, like,
and that's why we fucking love you.
Dude, I don't think you understand the dedication. I was in the chat while Lamb of God was on because I'm like, I don't really care about this band and I want to see what they're talking about. And I'm a mark for myself. I want to see if people are actually disappointed I'm not there. And they were. They were.
Kendo, loyalty, the greatest quality.
I'm extremely loyal. If we ever play that bad people game, it's like, what friend will turn on you? Any of you say Kendo, I will kill you. Because
he will turn on you.
That's a damn lie. Because you know I'm extremely loyal.
Default winner, Dustin. He'll turn gay.
He'll
turn on you and then try to blow you.
He will sell everybody.
He'll turn on you more ways than one.
Don't go coozing with him, man.
I don't think anyone will go anywhere with him.
Yeah, that's true.
If he showed up wherever we're at and he's like, "Hey, I heard you like coozing naked. You want to go coozing?" But you know what? I'm gonna go stand over here for a little bit. That's cool. And I will literally stand in the corner by the lamp in the hotel room and drink by myself and just stare. Because
I'm inviting him.
He could crash. What if we have to go to a convention in Detroit?
He doesn't live in Detroit.
It's close enough.
He won't even go to Dion's house to visit.
That's true.
And Dion lives about 2 hours from him, so he's not going to ever show up at a convention. Like, he was here in town with work, and he's like, "Oh, I'll call you. We'll get lunch." Never called. So it's like, oh, okay.
Jeff, I've actually thought about on a day off just driving out to Cincinnati to hang out and have lunch one day because I was bored.
Because I'm pretty busy right now.
Oh, I understand, and that's why I haven't done it. That and usually on my days off, suddenly I get really busy. I got to watch Doofus, and he's cool and all, but I don't think he gets it.
Being an adult.
I'll be honest. I thought of they have next week off from work, driving down to Horror Hound, but it's like I'm saving up for my birthday. I might want to go out to Vegas. I don't know.
You're missing the part where we'd actually want you to come and hang out.
God damn it, Kendo! You want bullshitters.
Who are you going to Vegas with?
I don't know yet. I haven't asked anybody. I'm just kind of planning it out. I'm thinking about it.
Well, you better figure that out soon because hanging out with us is better than going to Vegas alone.
That's probably true.
No, that's 100% true. I'll put a money back guarantee on that.
Let's talk it out for a second. If he goes to Vegas alone, he can make a friend real easy. Of course, it'll be by the hour, but he can make a friend real easy. And that friend could offer him a lot more than we could if you kind of follow where I'm going.
No, Kendo, can you please be a little bit less elaborate? I have no idea what you're saying. Please, give it to me bluntly.
Nick, the difference between boys and girls.
Oh, Jesus. That's a terrible movie.
I'm listening, yes.
You know what? I'll just draw you a couple pictures and send them to you in a text message because I really don't feel like explaining it right now.
Well, goddamn, I thought I was going to Vegas and sell my diamonds to Blofeld. Jesus. Okay, never mind.
Anyway.
He's only going to put him in a satellite.
That's true.
Well, I don't want to deal with fucking Mr. Wint and Mr. Kidd.
Oh, God.
Creepers.
I hate that movie so much.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, man, it's not good at all.
Just go to Vegas, see Penn and Teller, and take in some of the
Penn and Teller
nightlife.
Go to In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Go to the
Then
actually
go
no,
take in the nightlife.
yeah. There's a Heart Attack Burger. There's even like an arcade bar there that's really fun on Fremont Street. Like go see some stuff, man.
And an out burger, have some few laughs. Troubles are fucking over, dude.
Yeah, and while you're there, visit a strip club.
Yeah, just go. Do some fear, do some loathing. You'll be fine.
There you go.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it
Drop
was
some
one of your
ass,
episodes,
whatever.
or maybe it was probably it's probably after hours discussing your guys' trip to Vegas in the strip clubs and
I'm pretty sure we did
the one real
speculate
good
on that.
one.
It was going to be awesome.
in the
probably by your desk. Like,
Shut
outside.
up.
it's probably by your desk. There's not much certainty. I wouldn't
No
bet
one
on that.
cares about you, spawn of Lape.
Splate.
I'll turn the gain way down.
No one cares about your sex trophies there, Lape.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell?
Oh my god!
good for you. You procreated and it worked. Wow. Lots of people have.
Well, literally millions.
That was actually when Lunchbox and his wife were doing their baby shower. That was the card I wrote to them. It was like, you're having a kid, big deal. Millions upon millions of people have done this before. You're not special. Love. That was literally my card.
Oh my god!
You can ask him. That is a Bible truth right
damn
there.
it, Kendo, that's funny as hell, but that's so true. 2 people I know in the past 2 days are now pregnant. It's like, okay, good job.
Well, you should have pulled out.
Jeez.
Why don't you shut up?
God. Kids, the worst STD.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
folks. Well, we're gonna continue to hang out. all
That's
day.
so- no, Jeff,
And so were you,
STD
and
in this
I'm
case
not-
stands for
Oh,
sexually transmitted distraction.
Or
hang
daughter.
myself up.
Or daughter. So,
Or daughter.
I'll be
don't
back
understand.
tomorrow. Look, I'll be back tomorrow at 8:00 for the Star Wars fan films with Army Vet Rod. So pay attention to that. I'll be giving out a little more information about
And
the
then the team.
Harrison Ford kidnapping comic. And then tomorrow night at 11:30, we'll be watching The Thing. So we're gonna
Yeah, Monster Piece Theater with world class
Monster Piece Theater with WCBS. So guys, thank you for hanging out and watching American Psycho with us. We'll be back